Welcome, all of you people on the internet, to yet another episode of our wonderful low fantasy game, in which everyone's starting the game in combat this time.
Yeah,
Penis!
Thanks, Aiden!
and most of us
It's
even know what's going
fine.
on.
Yes,
fine.
most of you, in fact, do not know what's going on, and
This isn't much of a change.
It's fine. Look, if anyone's getting stabbed right off the bat, it's going to be me.
he's not wrong.
No, it's going to be me. I have
Self-inflicted injuries do not count.
I have disadvantages that make my face more punchable than yours.
I would ask if you could even get into combat range this turn, but considering
This
your
is
physical abilities are
actually
bullshit,
true.
Look, Taryn, self-inflicted injuries do not count as getting injured first in the fight.
Says you.
We'll
He's
see about
also
that.
not wrong.
My initiative is how much higher than yours? Yeah.
It is pretty high. Look, all of my enemies are going before me.
I mean, Anja's not. Oh wait, no, Anja, it would stab you. Okay, we're good.
Okay, so
My only benefit is the fact that there's that I have illusions over here.
So what's going to happen, because surprise combat is happening, is that everyone who does not have combat reflexes makes an IQ roll to realize that a fight is breaking out.
I believe
on
I.
their turn.
So since
I believe I.
caught,
Okay.
sorry, since I saw through Aiden's
IQ.
illusion, do I know what's going on?
You get a +1.
Okay.
Do I need to roll because it's just, or can I go, well, I fucked that up?
No, you still need to roll to realize that you actually fucked it up and people want to stab you.
I have
Damn
combat
it.
reflexes, so I do not need to make the int check. Correct?
Correct.
So it's just
I
Bullet
feel like
dodged.
psychology should give me enough that people want to stab me.
You know what, Aiden? That's fair. You can also get a +1. But Taryn gets
That's
to
a fucking crit.
fair. On your turn,
This
you
is-
get to do a thing.
Does a crit give me any bonus to this?
Pass.
all right. So it's just straight.
I really wish my first action was a crit instead. My first action is going to be expensive, and crit spells
Alright.
are free.
Taryn, what do? You're currently over near a tree. We don't want to know what Taryn was doing to that tree.
There are a few teeth marks in that tree because Taryn's always hungry.
I passed.
Taryn is going to run forward, his sword dragging behind him on his back. And then as he reaches the end of his movement, he's going to quick draw his strong sword, shouting, "I'm a warrior!"
Let's see, 9, 10. Pass by 1 for
And,
IQ.
And I rolled a 7, so I do in fact succeed with the...
Shocking
Gigantic.
everyone, Taryn actually has his two-handed sword in hand.
In one hand.
Proud.
What's
We'll
the
see
penal-
how long it stays there.
What's the penalty for using a two-handed sword with one hand?
Multiply the strength rack of the sword by 1.5. Take a penalty equal to how much your strength is a difference.
Okay, so no penalty. Damn.
Yep.
Double proud.
All right, Taryn's turn's
Sucks.
done. The dogs technically get to act, but they're waiting for their owners to tell them what to do, so they don't really do anything.
Puppies!
Abby draws her sword. Anya.
Looking up a thing. Hang on.
Did everybody roll a 4?
I mean, I didn't. I just rolled like a 10, but I still passed.
I mean, you don't count.
Yeah, these were really good rolls.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Us.
Victor's just sitting there going like, all right, there's a negotiation happening. Oh shit, people are drawing swords.
Okay, so remind me again how range works, since I've just got it marked down as like X3, X6 for one of my weapons.
Which weapon are you looking at?
Heavy sling.
Okay, so X3 is the range at which you do half damage, and it is your strength times 3.
Okay, thank you.
There is a table at the back of the character sheets that tells you what your attack penalty is based off what range you're at from your target. No one can really tell what's going on in that gray circle at this range because of what we rolled last session.
Okay, so since there's no way for me to get into melee remotely quickly, do I still have to make on the edge rolls, like, against charging into the fray?
Yes. You have to make on the edge rolls against closing to melee.
Well,
There's a reason why I just chose to do that, so I could avoid the roll.
yes, I fail. I have to move.
Yep, you have to try and close.
Fudge.
What's your movement?
3. Nope, it is 4.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to close, but I have to. Rather, the player doesn't want to close. This is fine.
Everyone has made decisions.
Anya wants to close.
Yep,
You
Anya
do not.
might be, well, we'll see.
All right. These guys in the red cloaks draw their bows and notch arrows. Kristoff.
They're not going to move closer.
All right. So one thing I need to check. So how? So the way that the explosion on the spell works. So it says 1/2d20 max 40. Is that the radius?
No, that's the range.
Okay. How do I determine what the radius of the explosion is? Because it does say, like, to look at some table. For
Is it an
house.
area spell?
It's weird.
Alternatively, I'm opening magic. Give me the spell name.
It's concussion. So
Oh, the one that stunned half of everyone last time.
Okay, so that's a missile spell. What this is you throw it at a hex. It then has a radius of 10 yards around that hex.
All right. All right. So
And 10 yards is 2 meters or 3 meters?
it's just 10.
It's
go by
10
hexes.
meters.
Yes, go by 10 hexes.
Yeah, just call it 10 hexes.
All right. So yeah. So I'm assuming. So I've had time to aim this and everything. So the plan. So what would be the penalty to hit this guy in the bottom left?
You are range 16 from him. 16 is a -5 penalty. Or sorry, -6 penalty.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can continue aiming for an additional +1, but here's the other thing. This is an AoE. If you fail your roll, it just scatters based off how much you fail.
Fair enough. Okay. So. All right.
Damn it, man! Why didn't you tell me? I would have stayed out of range.
Yo, you're out of range of this.
If you hit.
I mean, the only, worst case, you'll just get stunned. It's not like you're gonna get killed. Besides,
Terror doesn't do
it's
stuff.
an HT roll. You'll be fine.
Yeah, Terran's fine.
All right. You know what? I'll continue aiming, and I took a step, but I'm still in hiding.
Yep, you can take a step and aim. Iric,
All right, let's see.
do you have combat reflexes, or did you pass the IQ roll to realize that a fight is breaking out?
You just have to pass your own IQ, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I passed by 1.
Yeah, you're fine. You realize a fight's breaking out.
Okay. What is my movement again? 5.
I feel like you are probably encumbered given your armor.
I feel like I probably am too. So the total weight at the bottom of the sheet is what I should be using for that metric.
Let me double check what your cheat says. I'm not sure if I put the modifications in to do this. All right, so you are at medium encumbrance from the top of your sheet. So you go down, check your move at medium encumbrance. Your move is 3.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Can I do that thing where... Wait, is there a sprint option? Again?
You have to move before you can sprint. Next turn, you may move 4 instead of 3 by sprinting.
And that's the same as going all out. I just wouldn't get a defense.
No, it's just a normal move. It's just if you get hit, you make a check to not fall over.
Oh, okay. So I will go 3 to go here because I'm booking it towards Aiden.
Sounds good. Next up is one of the people who acts as intelligence is just like, this guy points at Aiden, looks back and says, "Get the witch with the dogs!" And draws his weapon. Other guy draws his weapon. These guys, most of them have their weapons drawn. The leader looses their dogs, and the ones who are further back with spears step up. Aiden, your turn.
So, quick question. Is the distance penalty for a spell that has a radius from the center of the spell or from the outer corner of the
From the outer range of the radius.
Okay, cool. I'm going to spend it, and if you spend a turn preparatory casting, what does that do to your roll?
You may spend an extra turn to get an additional +1.
You know what? I will do that, and hope that these guys with an illusion in the way are going to be bad at this.
Okay. You are spending a turn preparing your casting. Victor has not yet realized that he's in the middle of a fight.
Yep. Next.
Taryn.
Charge! Taryn will now sprint.
Taryn gets +1 movement for this turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. I don't even know who I'm running at. 5.
I don't feel bad at all about making you make an HT check for this spell in a bit.
All
Can
right.
you please not make me make one because I have
So,
a POV I would
if
rather
I hit
not
my
use.
if I hit my target, you won't be in the radius.
So you guys all heard the command of sick the dogs on the witch, which was definitely Aiden.
Yeah, I'm hoping the dogs.
Pointed at Aiden.
Look, they're 6 feet
1,
away. I'm
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're not going at Aiden.
Why are
1,
they not going at me?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because there's someone who has a disadvantage about animals.
Wait, who has a disadvantage about Victor?
Abby is swearing and stepping up to try and hit the dogs because they're going after her.
Yeah,
This
we
messes
did
with-
observe. We did observe the horses really hating on her earlier.
Yes.
You know, this messes with my plan. That's really inconsiderate.
Yeah, I was looking through my disadvantages and I was like, I don't think animals hated me, do they?
You're not the one they hate.
No, apparently not. Taryn might watch the dogs charge at her and say, no, I've got to keep her safe.
Fair enough. She smacks one of the dogs with her sword. Anya.
Well, there's some targets who just charged up right near me, so I'm in charge of them. God damn it.
This is a crit fail.
Well, the one nearest you has already been attacked this turn.
No, that was all. That's me being forced to do an all-out attack again.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it.
Is your skill 15?
Because of Daredevil, I believe so.
Then you do not crit fail. Actually, you have Daredevil. You don't crit fail.
Hey!
Wait, we don't crit fail with Daredevil?
Yeah.
Only on certain rolls.
You don't crit fail with Daredevil.
That's it!
What?
Second one.
Well, let me see if it dodges. Nope. That's a hit.
Ah,
Roll some
bad
damage.
doggy!
Well, maybe I don't have Daredevil.
This is with the axe, so it's cutting damage. Boo!
That's still a good. That's still a good amount of damage because these things, they're dogs. They don't have armor.
Nope, but it's still minimum damage, and that is sad.
Indeed. All right. Next up, Taryn and Eirik are getting shot at. Let me just check the NPCs sheet to see what accuracy these guys have after they did this.
You know, I was assuming I was the one in trouble for this.
Soon.
You are still behind an illusion from their perspective.
Yeah, I would have thought they would just rush it and that would buy me a turn.
These are the archers. Taryn's gotten hit. Taryn, you can roll dodge.
I charged. Isn't that an all out?
No, moving
Oh.
still lets you have a dodge. You just can't retreat for a bonus.
That might pass.
No.
Isn't there also something you mentioned about having to roll to not fall over?
It's if he gets hit.
Got it.
Well, I do get hit.
Terran takes 7 impaling damage to torso.
Torso, you say?
I'm giving you damage before DR.
Okay.
And Terran must roll dex to not fall over.
Why?
Golden.
Because you sprinted.
Because he's sprinting.
Impaling. You said impaling, right?
Yep,
And that's double after DR?
correct.
Taryn was hit.
Iric has also been hit. You may roll dodge. You may not retreat. Well, actually, no. Iric has not sprinted yet. He can choose to retreat. That will ruin the sprint for next turn, though. Iric?
I am going to sprint.
Okay, so roll dodge. Your dodge is currently 6.
Oh,
If
there we
you
go.
retreat,
I see it
that
now.
would screw up with your sprint, but you would get a +2.
If you had a block score, you could roll that instead, but you do not.
I do not. Wait. My dodge is 6, which means I have to roll less than a 6 to dodge?
You have to roll 6 or less to dodge.
Is
Oof.
parry not an option for ranged weapons?
Nope.
Not unless
It
you
is
have
a
very
special
useful weapon skill.
advanced skill.
I did not. I failed by 3.
Right.
As long as you didn't crit, you're fine. Iric takes 8 impaling damage to his torso.
Oof.
I'm assuming Iric has that much torso.
So what you do is you subtract your DR from that, then multiply the remainder by 2.
Subtract my DR. So go down here and I'm in my suit.
So 5.
So 5. So it's 8, 3 times 2?
Yep, is 6.
6. So 6 damage.
Yep. And that is just below your major wound threshold, so you are relatively fine.
It's just a flesh wound.
Kristoff.
Alright, so if I take one more step, so to this guy, is it still -5, or just am I close enough that it's a little bit
You are at
less?
15 now. 15 is a -5, yes.
Okay, and so I already aimed last turn for a second time, so I'm at +2. Alright, that's a net -3. Rolling against
You can all out for another +1.
Let's do that. So rolling against an 11. Nope, I missed.
All right. And this is why I looked up the scatter rules.
Oh boy.
So you shooting at this guy, right?
Yeah, I'm shooting at that guy.
There's 13 minus 6 is 7.
You scatter in the direction towards you.
It's not too bad. How much?
I am trying to find how much.
Direction towards you is still mostly just them.
Yeah, exactly.
Four yards. Oh, you failed by 3. Yep, 4 yards.
So like here?
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it actually hit right here.
Okay.
Which means Terran is in range, Iric is in range, Aiden is in range. You are not in range.
This is
You
just for
dick.
This is just for the stun effect. The problem is, this is not what I'm built for. Like, normally I would be throwing this down as a trap
This is
somewhere.
the second time you've hit on the party with stun.
All right, so everyone must roll HT -3 or be stunned.
However,
And
also,
also,
if this works, I'll also have stunned a huge chunk of the encounter.
Does fit help?
yes.
I failed.
I probably
How
passed.
much did you fail by?
It's HT -3,
Yep.
and I have no benefit from
Oh,
this.
magic resistance effects.
Oh, magic resistance effects.
Yeah.
I passed by 0 then.
Then you're fine.
Yay.
I
Because
passed by.
Fuck you, I have major 3.
Good.
passed by 0 because of fit.
Iric, roll HT -3. Fit gives you a bonus of +1.
Majory also gives you a bonus. Oh wait, Eric doesn't do Majory.
Ricky,
Sorry, what?
you roll HT -3 because you're in an AoE.
Ah, yes. HT -3. I am.
Stunned.
I failed. I'm stunned.
That one is fine. All right, Iric is stunned.
Yes.
Beep. That one crit. That one failed.
Wait, I had moved by 4, correct? I think I didn't end up moving myself.
Well, you were supposed to
beforehand.
move for you are currently stunned.
Wait, but before, when I took my turn.
Your
It was
turn is
roll.
next.
Okay,
Well, you
I think I
definitely
got
moved.
lost in the scramble somewhere, but okay.
Yeah.
Your next initiative is I am stunned.
Okay.
And you roll the HT check again each round to see if you're unstunned.
And you get a +1 each turn. Rather, you roll HT +1 next turn to recover from stun.
Okay.
Well,
All right,
Nick, it's still -3.
2. Well, it's -2 next turn.
Right, it's -2. Yeah.
That guy moves in next to Aiden.
Does he have a penalty for illusion?
He's not
Oh,
attacking.
he hasn't attacked me yet.
All of them are stunned. Aiden's turn.
Okay. Going to take out a fancy gem from my pocket, sighing. I'm going to actually have to work on a weekend to refill. The situation's gotten dire. Surround my foes with fire. Let's see how well I do on this.
Okay.
Fuck.
Oh no!
You lit
That's a
yourself on
17.
fire. You lit yourself on fire.
Were you at a 15, or is that a crit fail?
Because I spent time getting it, it would be at a 15.
That is a normal fail.
What happens with that?
You fail. Spend the FP.
Ouch.
Spend whatever FP you would have spent. You do not accidentally explode. Victor,
I want to
please
see,
roll.
I think... Or, actually, wait. Oops. No, actually, I was at 14, not 15, so actually I do accidentally explode.
Roll 3d6.
Oh no!
Also, I didn't see through the illusion, so I probably don't get to make like a major roll or anything.
He was trying to cast it out of the illusion, but roll
Yep.
3d6.
But
You got a
didn't
9?
make it there.
You got a 9, right?
Yep.
You are stunned until you pass an HG check to recover.
That was a lot of men.
I think now that that has happened and people are like being attacked, Victor gets to take a turn.
Yeah, no, it's pretty clear that I get to act now. Whether or not I get to have any reaction to the botched spell was what I was.
Do you actually have something that you can react to a botch spell with?
I think so, given the illusion.
That was my take as well.
Actually, roll magic perception at minus, I think 3 is that range.
I'm guessing that defaults to IQ.
It's IQ plus majory, or perception plus majory. Perception plus majory minus 3.
That's a fail.
Yeah, that's a fail.
Okay. So this is kind of turning into a clusterfuck,
A little
Yeah.
bit.
and the range. It does not say. Nick, why do basically no spells other than like missile spells have ranges on them?
Because the range is the number of yards away the target is. Range
No, I
is-
mean, like maximum range.
There is no maximum range. You are at a penalty of -1 per yard you are from the target.
So the concrete spell I'm considering casting is Shape Earth. How far
Right.
away can I?
What is the epicenter that you're targeting?
I don't know. I don't know how far I can reach.
But that's the thing, Dave. There's no range. Your range is how much penalty you're willing to take and risk.
Yeah, so it's
There's-
however many yards away the outer edge of it is from you. That is how much of a penalty you take.
So, Dave, if you were to target me, it would be at a -7.
Unless for some reason you were
Well,
creating
you
a
gotta-
spell large enough
gotta-
that it
1
affects
yard step
everyone.
every turn, so it'd be a -6, and you have a staff, so it would be 2 less, so a -4 to target Terran.
Whoa.
Yep.
Doesn't Shape Earth also require more windup?
No, actually, it doesn't.
No, it's 1 second cast.
So, to my surprise, it does not. Well,
So in theory, you could hit the guys with the bows and arrows with a -8.
If you create a large enough AoE that you fit everything on the map, you then don't have to worry about the range penalty.
He is
unfortunately,
not wrong.
I don't have Earthquake. I am not, in fact, a Tyranitar.
Hey, I was going to grab all of these guys and create fire, burning an entire magic gem on it, but then that had to be a crit fail.
Also, Aiden, you should remove the icon for stun because you're not stunned.
No, I got
So
stunned by
He
my
is
result.
stunned because he crit failed his casting roll.
Oh, so never mind. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I really would have rather had the crit fail for the hey, realize what turn it is, and the crit success for the cast that spell. That would have gone a lot better.
So then, I take it that the penalty applies to my cast the spell roll since there's no attack roll?
Correct.
Ah, that was the missing detail. Okay.
Oh, yep, that's the one.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna suck, but it's the best thing I can do. Honestly, for this turn, it's move.
I mean, that's fair.
I'm going to need most of my FP for this, and that means I can't afford too much of a
You
penalty.
can go negative in FP if you want to, but that may not be a good idea.
Precisely.
Does that start hitting your HP?
Yes.
Yep. All right, so you have moved.
Extra hit points.
Terran.
I'm a warrior! Okay, who's the guy that hit me?
This guy way over down here, he shot you with an arrow.
Yeah, but this guy's right here. I need to roll some disadvantages.
You do need to roll some disadvantage.
Fail. I think that's also a fail.
I'm sorry, a 7 failed?
Yeah, on the fourth one, a 7 fails.
You took a 6 on something.
I took a 6 on 2 of them, in fact.
Oh no.
If you're gonna fail one and it all leads to the same results, you might as well get the points back for multiples.
Eh.
So Taran is going to continue charging forward. I can't move into all-out attack, correct?
Yes, you can. All attack gives you half your move.
All-out attack! I'm a warrior! He says
What all
as
attack
he's...
you're taking.
It doesn't matter. It's not going to hit.
Well, you could take increased accuracy and maybe make it hit.
It's... Sure. I'll take the +2.
It's a +4, but yeah.
I'll take the +4. It's still not going to hit.
Roll.
Taran's going to reach overhead with this giant thrusting bastard sword and try cleaving it straight down on this dude. Son of a bitch.
And thus we met the only person Terran has ever killed with a sword.
Dude, it actually hits. He failed his block.
How?
Well, so this sword counts as dull because he's been dragging it around.
It's
And
-1 damage.
I know, but it's oh god, this thing actually hits like a truck.
Good.
You're just gonna give him a giant concussion. You're gonna crack him like an egg.
All right, what damage you got, Izzy?
Oh fuck me, 1, 2, shit. Hold on. Oh, okay. It's 9 cutting damage.
That's still pretty good. That gets through his armor.
That was actually kind of a shitty dice roll too.
That is that he has to roll versus a major wound. He passed, but he had to roll. That was a good hit by Terran. Terran did some work.
You guys should note that Terran was still using one arm with this giant-ass sword. He's not supposed to be good at this.
Luck happens, Izzy.
Terran learned something today. Swords are much more powerful than
that
just
dog
swinging with
failed.
hands.
That dog passed. This dog has grappled Abby by, like, jumping onto her and grabbing onto an arm.
Like you do.
She fails trying to cut the dog and knock it off of her. Anya.
Well, I do have this nice target right in front of me.
That one missed. Actually, it is right here, but you can step and get in range.
I have to all out regardless.
How many 17s are we going to roll?
More!
Better to crit fail that than the actual attack.
Yes!
Yeah.
Both attacks hit. I'll direct one at each dog.
First dog fails, second dog fails.
First dog takes 8, second dog takes 9.
Oof. First dog is done. It is on the ground. It is unconscious, near as you can tell.
Yeah, Anya would like to axe these dogs to cut it out.
Second dog also passes out. 1 minute.
Excellent.
What did you do to these dogs?
Murder!
Hit them with an axe.
So you really did axe them to stop.
Yep.
This guy is drawing a new arrow. This is his first one being stunned.
Yep.
Kristoff. Also, you're no longer stealth.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to reestablish stealth.
Roll it.
Yep, let me just find what my skill is. I'm stealthed.
What did you roll? It's an opposed check.
I passed by 4.
Okay.
I don't know if I get any benefit from concealment from the trees or anything, but...
You do. You do, in fact, reestablish stealth, because the only person who could call you out failed his check. Eirik is stunned.
Yes, so I roll again to
Roll HT.
not be stunned.
Unstunned.
Do I still have the disadvantage to HT?
You are at -2 rather than -3.
Okay.
Excuse you. He's
Okay, I pass even with the disadvantage.
Okay, Eirik is unstunned. That was his turn.
Okay.
All right, Terran.
I'm a warrior! Oh no, wait, I'm getting attacked.
Taking his axe. He's pissed. He is all out attacking Terran.
I have no defense, so
Yeah. He
Why
is
do you
all out
always all
attacking
attack?
Terran. And
because I have
That's
disadvantages.
one anyway.
at him. Terran gets hit twice.
Oh, poor me.
7 cutting damage, followed by 6 cutting damage.
To the torso?
Yes.
Damage rounds down, right?
Yes. Well, it is 7 minus your DR times 1.5 round down.
Yep. And then 1. Or, well, whatever that is, minus my DR.
Yes.
So, I'm at that. I'm fine. Terran gives none of the shits.
Aiden is just getting attacked normally. Aiden, because you're stunned, roll dodge at -4.
Okay, I'm going to retreat for -1.
You can't. You're stunned.
No, that's a crit fail.
You're double stunned.
You are also on your ass after getting hit. Aiden takes 5 cutting damage to torso.
Okay, so let's see. What's Cutting's modifier again?
1.5.
The. So I am at a -6 on my turn, but not to HT. Dex and
All right, let's see if any of these fucks pass their HT checks. Lol, probably not. No.
Can I roll mine as well? And do I get my magic resistance to mine?
No. Your magic resistance was to stop it from happening in the first place.
My magic resistance didn't apply because it was a crit fail for my own spell.
Oh, that. Sorry. No, you just roll versus IQ. Straight IQ. One of
does
them
this count as a
recovered
defense?
from Kristoff's stun. Aiden, please roll your IQ.
Does this IQ roll count as a defense?
No.
Well, I'm not passing because I have a -3 penalty this turn.
Oh, wait.
Or I am. Okay.
Yeah, Aiden is no longer stunned. Victor.
What is with the bell? Did this site catch corona?
Yes, it did.
Victor, it's your turn.
Dogs can't catch corona,
Yeah.
but websites can.
Dogs can get viruses.
Range.
Yes, but not this particular virus.
Oh. I can cast and then step and release next turn, right?
Yeah, you can start casting, step this turn, next turn, step, and then release. That also gives you a
Okay.
+1 to your casting roll.
Good. I'm probably going to need it.
Okay.
I have already stepped for this turn, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
So this is, yeah, I'm going to start casting. Do I need to roll this turn or roll next turn?
Nope. If you are actually going to be casting next turn, you roll next turn.
Excellent. As planned, the spell is Shaper.
Yep. Taryn.
Woo ya! Second verse, same as the first.
Roll it.
All out attack. I'll go with accuracy again.
Roll it.
Motherfucker.
You hit. Roll damage.
Actually, hold on. It's a +4?
Yep.
I do not hit.
All right. Taryn has dropped his sword.
It's a crit fail, Nick.
Yeah, Taryn has thrown his sword away.
Okay, I'm gonna quick draw.
Oh no.
Okay.
Quick draw. That passes like a champ.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, I'll use my sword then. Taryn draws the normal looking sword.
Okay. Abby's stepping closer to the fight. That is her turn. Anya, you have two dogs that are like gushing blood and not moving.
Hey! I'm just gonna move.
Okay.
I rolled good!
Yup.
I can do what I want!
You can do what you want.
Oh, I didn't roll to see if I had to all out attack.
You did,
I mean-
but you chose to anyway.
I would have failed anyway.
This guy now has his arrow on his bow. This guy's seeing if he's allowed to act. He is actually removed stun. Kristoff.
All right. Kristoff is going to still in stealth. So in stealth, can I move my full move, or do I move like partial?
You can move a step unless you want to roll stealth again.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna roll. Actually, I'm gonna go roll stealth again to try to get. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can move there and then reestablish.
Okay, so you're moving there and then stealthing?
Yes.
Roll it.
Pass by 7.
That is good enough for the guy in the illusion to not notice you.
Sweet.
Okay. Eirik.
I am going to move over and use stab.
All out attack or move and attack?
It's move and attack.
Okay, roll versus 9.
I got a 6.
You hit. He blocks because he has a shield. Beep. This guy is going to move a bit and try and hack at Terran again. He's not roll outing this turn. He is hitting.
Hasn't this guy learned his lesson yet?
Terran, take 10 cutting damage.
10. All right, so let's see. That minus that, round up. Okay. Good news, everybody. I am not in negatives.
Did
You
you
know,
take
if
a
you
major
had defenses and could dodge.
You take more than half your health and damage.
I did not take more than half my health and damage.
Okay.
Better
But I
news,
am
hope
at
is on the
0.
way.
But I am at 0.
Eric, this guy is also trying to smack you.
Rude.
He hits. Roll dodge versus 6.
Isn't parry an option since it's
Nope.
melee?
Absolutely not. That's a 9.
Not when you move and attack, it isn't.
Fair enough.
Eric takes 6 cutting damage.
Is the wounding thing in 1 hit, or is the wounding thing a total damage thing?
It's based off the total damage post DR. You're fine. You have really good armor.
Oh, okay. So you said 6. It's 6, and then I minus the DR.
And then you times 1.5.
Oh, so I took.
What?
Wait, I thought you said it was times 2 earlier.
That was when you got shot with an arrow. This guy has an axe.
Oh, okay. So do we round up or down?
Down.
So I take a damage.
You
1.
take A damage.
A damage.
Single.
A
Singular. A singular damage.
Yep.
That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I mean, I just took 10 cutting damage and I'm still standing.
I'm a little worried about you, man.
I
I am wearing armor. I'm not telling you how much armor I have, but that's how much.
This guy is yelling at the people who are standing there like derbs to get in here and help him. One of them had recovered from stun, and he's stabbing Terran.
He's still. That's really far away to be stabbing me.
Spears are reach 2/3.
He's got a spear?
He's got a spear.
It's not as good as a sword. Don't you know sword beats spear? You're no warrior.
That's
You
not
just
how
never
fire
played
goes.
Fire
That is not
Emblem.
how Fire Emblem
Never
works, sir.
Lances do in fact beat swords.
Yeah, so you got hit again.
That's okay.
Terran takes 6 impaling damage.
Okay. Taryn is now in negatives. All right, I should actually mark that on my token.
Yes,
There
you
we
should.
go.
This one has recovered from stun. This one has recovered from stun.
There we go. I'm in negatives.
That last one has not yet recovered from stun. It's Aiden's turn.
I don't need
Hey,
to roll yet,
what's
correct?
the penalty for casting without standing up?
There's no penalty.
Fuck it.
He's just lying on the ground, waving his hands in the air.
In all honesty, what's more likely, that I learned my spells lounging around, or that I learned my spells standing up, maintaining proper posture anyways?
You're not wrong.
It depends. Were you learning your spells while somebody was underneath you or on top of you?
Likely.
I will not confirm or deny. Okay, so let's see. This would be... The spell before would have been 4 radius. That would be 8 mana minus 1, 7. But 3 still left with the gem. This is dumb. Okay,
How many people are you lighting on fire?
a
How many
lot.
people are there?
How much friendly fire is there gonna be?
None.
Okay,
Bullshit.
impressive.
I am getting not the guy next to Terran, not the archer all the way over there, or this woman. It's to this spot 4 yards out from that spot.
He says this, and then he rolls a 17.
I actually already rolled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right, so you said 4-yard radius from that?
4-yard radius from the sex.
Fire, fire, fire. I think alt is circle.
Let's see. So that actually does get the woman at the bottom.
That guy's technically in the fire, yeah. Let's see. What did I say?
Okay,
So this
well
would be
that
7. There was 3 in the gem. 9. I am down to 2 FP. Because
Yep,
fuck.
this is the appropriate size.
action obsolete.
That's 2d6 damage, right?
Well, no, Victor, you can use Shape Earth to trap them in the fire.
Yeah, the problem is not before they can get out of it without any sort of decent roll.
Well, your turn's next.
I know.
How much damage is fire, or do they roll it on their turn?
They roll it on their turn.
Trap them in the fire.
The problem is I can't rely. I would have to put the Shape Earth at the far end of the fire. That's like a -10.
Why?
It's based on the closest part to you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
So
that
Which
makes
is
no
why
sense
I
at
wasn't
all.
caring about a range penalty for this. Because it's exactly next to me.
Yeah, missile spells work different than explicit area of effect spells.
AoE
So if you walk up right next to the fire,
Nope, I
and
know
you
where
make
I'm
it the
going.
same radius as the fire of 4, it's a 0 range penalty.
That is so not happening. This spell costs 1 FP per cubic foot of earth. That is so not happening.
Wait, Shape Earth?
Yeah.
I thought that was just a regular area spell.
Nope.
Look, mine's a regular area spell.
Oh, it's cubic
That one is
yard,
stupid.
which is not as bad.
Still, it's not very good either, given that each hex is a meter.
Yeah, well,
Or
yard meter, same thing for this.
Exactly.
It's 1 FP per hex.
Yeah. So step and freehand. I'm gonna put a 1 yard high wall around them.
Sounds good.
I can't see how many hexes that is, but I think it's -5 from here.
I mean, can you
Even
just
that?
can you just like shift the earth to like bury them up to their knees?
So because of your magic staff, it is -5. It is -4 away from you.
Okay, -4. The extra turn makes it -3.
You can all out to make it a -2.
I should do that. And what's the cost?
1, 2, 3, 4,
bear in
5,
mind-
6. I'm gonna say 6 FP.
Okay, because I can't see the hexes with the fire.
Fair. I'm gonna say 6.
Ha!
Nice. And they don't even get a dodge.
That's why I put it around them.
Yup. Those two are now quite trapped in the fire.
Yeah, I
And one of
really
them
wish I
still
got this fire
stunned.
off at the start of the fight.
So, since Mr. Love Tap is also in the fire, when does his initiative fire?
Which one?
Who's
This
Mr.
one?
Love Tap?
I'm pretty sure he doesn't get out of that until X.
Oh
minutes
no,
pass.
he is burning to death if none of you do anything.
Back in a sec.
He is
Food.
literally a hunk of burning love.
Yeah,
Yes,
hey,
exactly.
Karen, roll to stay conscious if you want to take an action.
Wait. Oh, because I'm in negatives?
Because you're in negatives.
That's HT plus stuff, correct?
Correct. Hard to subdue and fit.
Do I have hard to... I have high pain threshold.
That doesn't help.
I have the opposite skill.
I do not have hard to subdue. I think that means I go down, actually.
All right, Taryn passes out from his wounds.
You know, that's, in all honesty, probably for the best for Jaren.
Whoa, yeah. He falls down. He uses his sword as a pillow.
That checks out in every possible way.
I really hope he's not using the pointy end.
Don't look. It's better to not know.
Abby swings. Dude fails to parry. That's a hunk of damage. That guy's reeling. Anya!
I'm just imagining Terran, like, impaled through the ears cartoon style on his sword.
Yeah, right from one end of his head to the other.
He needed the
damn it.
piercings.
Mommy said I could be anything I wanted when I grew up.
I think I'm going to actually take extra damage for
So
this
you
all-out
chose
attack.
a corpse?
I chose a
Are
corpse.
you hitting the healthy one or the one that's reeling?
I can only hit the whoever's right next to me. I don't have additional range.
If you're all out attacking, you can move up to 3.
Would that put me in the fire?
You could go right here and only be partially in the fire. Your DR would take it.
I've only moved one so far. Could I move here and be out of the fire entirely?
No, because you're encumbered.
Right,
Because-
half move.
Right, half move.
I'm gonna make sure that the one who's reeling goes down.
Okay.
So is that +2 damage?
He fails dodge. Yes, +2 damage.
9 cutting damage. Get dead.
That's a good hit. That's a real good hit.
He gone?
On his turn, I will see how gone he is.
All right, he's in the negatives.
This guy is stepping back slightly and aiming. This guy is stepping out of the fire and drawing an arrow.
Can I still roll the 2d6 for him being in the fire?
It's 1d6.
What was it? Oh, right, because it was concentrated fire. Can I
Yep.
still roll that?
You may roll 1d6, yes.
Fuck.
Nope.
Well,
He has armor. He's fine. Kristoff, you're currently stealth.
I am. I'm going to take a step to here, and I'm going to draw my knife.
Okay. Eirik, there's a guy near you.
Yes, I
He's
very
in
much want to
fire.
stab 2 times.
All out attack?
Can I do the 2 times attack instead of the all out?
Yes. Well, all
I
out
mean-
is the double attack.
That then.
Okay.
First attack is a 4.
That's a
You
crit.
block.
Isn't
Oh, wait,
it for a crit?
Oh no, your skill is 14. 4 is a crit.
Smack.
Smack. Roll 3d6. Tell me what you get.
Also a 4.
I think he's dead.
DR is halved versus this attack. Roll
Oh,
damage.
dang.
What's the damage?
So okay, so the first roll was a 4, the second roll was also a 4.
Right. That means your crit has his DR halved. Roll your damage to see how much.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Let me see what that does again. Thrusting greatsword. It has to be
Swing +3.
cutting.
Your swing is 2d minus 1, so 2d plus 2.
Eight.
And he has halved DR. That's a nasty head.
Smack.
He is technically not down after that because he hasn't been injured yet, but you get a second attack. Roll.
I do. And this one is an 8 to hit, which is
He blocks the second attack because he has a shield,
okay.
but he is not in a good state. Hey, Aiden, please roll damage against this guy.
Fuck, really?
Aiden's well, he is Aiden's smoke and fire, which has made him quite panicked. Other guy. He tries to swing his axe, but he just sort of falls over. He's out.
Sorry, what?
The guy near you, Anya.
It will soon.
He's out. He's done. The guy near Eirik is putting a second hand on his axe and trying to hit back as best he fucking can to see if he can take the giant metal monster down. He hits because you all outed.
Fair enough.
Eirik takes 8 cutting damage.
Eirik takes... Okay, so for cutting damage, is that 1.5 also?
After DR.
Okay, so... Minus
5.
Gotta look it up.
Your DR is 5.
Okay, so minus 5, so...
3 times 1.5 is 4.
Okay. I will adjust that. I'm not dead yet.
No, you're still in positive health. You don't even have to roll versus passing out.
So did this guy just like step over prone Aiden to get over there?
Basically.
Just jump over.
Yeah. He just got out of the fire. That's all he cared about. Aiden, roll damage versus the people trapped in the fire.
How many of them are there?
4.
I'm just going to roll 4d6. Apply them how you feel.
Okay.
2-1 still. What the fuck?
Well, the first guy is pretty damn fucked. He is, he's not quite on fire yet, but his clothes are smoking.
The dice are in a mood tonight.
She's fine. She's fine. Poor bastard who is stunned and in the fire and in the pit.
Yeah, I was gonna highlight his day. So basically a giant ball of wind went whizzing by his ear, and basically like gunshot went off in his ear, so he fell over. While falling over and writhing, he got lit on fire, and then while writhing around in the fire, he got buried alive.
Yes, and he's still stunned. He's trying to climb out of this pit. That was her turn.
Magic is scary.
I'm rolling morale for the other warriors. Give me a second. That's a hard no. She's just running.
She has made smart decisions.
Yes.
She's just running.
Yeah, these are the people who have made the right life choices today.
It's Aiden's turn.
You know what's hilarious? Even though I have this fire right here, it is cheaper for me to create a fire right here to light this dude on fire.
Yes, that's how that goes.
He's lit on fire. This one's
There's
only
more fire.
This one's only a 1 yard radius, so it's like centered here. I'll deal with putting the fire out.
Fire. He's on fire. It's Victor's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Major Healing on Terran.
Yeah, that's a regular spell, so like you can advance 1 yard and then you are at a -1 penalty unless you've healed Terran today.
I have lost track of whether I have or not, to be honest.
I think you've healed Terran and Anya once with Major Healing, because they took a ton of damage underground.
Yeah, I believe I've been healed once with each of your healing spells at the moment.
I believe that is correct. Oh,
This is not likely to end well then. Because I'd be rolling against a 9.
You can
So,
roll out,
roll out.
get it up to a 10.
Yeah, let's try. This is to heal you 8 HP. Yes! Take 8 HP.
okay.
Terran is conscious. He's on his ass, but he's conscious.
Dave, that was a fail.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dave, that was
That's
a fail.
11.
Yeah, you failed.
Son of a...
So what happens?
Nothing.
It's just failed.
Okay.
It just doesn't work. It's not a crit.
It's a
fail.
whiff.
Yeah.
Terran's unconscious. That guy's unconscious. Appy's going to take a step this way and swing the sword to try it. And rolls a 3.
Who
What's
did
she
she just
doing?
kill?
The one who was over here who now stepped out of the illusion.
Huh?
Did she throw her sword?
No,
it's
remember, she has a
it's
wind
the Fate
sword
Stay
now.
Knight saber sword.
Right.
Right, yes. Right. She
That's
Blair.
12 damage.
Bye.
He's just straight up dead.
He's actually technically still alive because he has armor.
But he took a major wound, I bet.
Oh yeah, no, he took literally 12 damage. He passed the HT check for the major wounds. Anya?
I think I'm going to get a pebble for my sling.
Sounds good. Discretion is the better part of valor. I think we can call the fight here. It's really a question of, does Aiden actually burn all the people in the fire to death, or does someone stop him?
Also, when does someone manage to keep Terran from bleeding out?
I will suggest to Aiden that we cut the fire out.
I will hold up a hand and be the thing of like, okay, you need to give me a minute because I can't turn it off fast.
Yep.
So give me a. I'm also just rolling d6s because it's going to take me like 3 or 4 turns.
Yeah, I'm gonna
before I have the mana.
I am gonna drag the leader guy out of the fire.
Yeah, he is actually.
Can you leave him? Can you leave that one there because it's going to be really awkward explaining things.
Who says we have to be here when he wakes up?
Yeah, make sure he's on.
He is literally on fire, like his clothing is burning.
One other thing. When I started casting healing on Terran, the Shape Earth, I stopped maintaining it.
Sure, you built a hill. It's still a hill because it's structurally stable.
Is it? It specifically calls out walls as not being structurally stable.
I thought you described like mounds of dirt.
No. I was going for basically like the Earthbender.
Oh, okay. Literal walls. Okay, there are now mounds of dirt there rather than walls.
Yeah, but if dude becomes unstunned, he can run out of the fire.
Or the earth falls down on top of him.
Unlikely, but possible.
He's on the ground, like adjacent to one of them.
That was the detail I missed. He only has a stunned icon, not a prone icon.
Okay, fair. He's like knee deep in dirt.
Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. But there's a very good reason I'm doing this. I can't afford to maintain it.
It's a minute long before you have to maintain it, but
oh,
yeah.
I thought maintenance was an every round thing.
No, it's every instant of duration.
Damn GURPS. Okay.
Like, you could just technically like have a big Katamari ball of earth rolling around for a while.
Katamari.
Also, based off these rolls, everyone in the party is getting 1 HP from a poultist, except for Terran, who was the only fail roll, and I think this is just at this point I've given up on giving him actually working things, and I just drop a twig on him. Like, literally just a twig.
Nick, roll for the twig, please.
It's a twig.
Okay.
It's not inside of you, you're fine.
Nick, to stabilize Terran, is it first aid -0?
Yeah, it's first aid -0, or you use any healing spell on him.
Good. I stabilized him with first aid -0.
Terran, heal 1 HP.
Sean, what was the poultice healing again?
It's 1 HP unless I roll really well.
Okay.
It's better for overnight rest if I'm giving you medical assistance.
I am still
theoretically, the example says I can create full healing potions with herbalism, but I'm pretty sure Nick is not going to give me full-on healing potions with herbalism.
Not when you're grabbing random herbs out of the woods as you march through them.
That's fair. These are just poultices. If I actually was doing work during the time in town, I probably should have a pack of healing potions, except I don't do work when we're in town.
Exactly.
So, God, if I ever get rid of that laziness disadvantage.
So I think the big question is, are the people who were stuck in the fire and trying to climb over these walls unconscious because of burning, or did you put the fire out?
So fire out with my current mana is about 30 seconds probably before I have enough mana to do it.
Okay, they are unconscious. You have 5 unconscious, fairly badly burned bodies.
Probably a good thing Terran's unconscious right now.
I mean, only 3 of them are burned. Oh, I guess 4 technically.
What? Why is that a
No,
good
that
thing?
guy was also on fire because Aiden lit him on fire.
Yeah, this guy was.
Yeah,
Because
you forget I did
barbecue.
multiple fires.
Yeah, this
Oh, that's true. That guy was only mildly singed.
It's a good
Mild.
thing because barbecue.
Yep. There's also the
Okay.
dogs.
I definitely am gonna
The
be.
dogs are fine. I didn't like the dogs on fire.
I
I'm
am
not a
going
monster.
around and searching through all of them for valuables.
Roll scrounging. Or search. One of the two.
How long does it take to get
Let the
FP back?
dogs out of this earth?
1 per 10 minutes if you have the thing, or 5 minutes if you have a better thing.
Okay.
I have the thing.
Oh wow, I actually failed on the search. Do I roll 1 for each person?
Does my FP
No,
come back even while I'm
no,
unconscious?
It's basically, there's no time limit, so it's just a question of how long do you take to find the valuables.
Oh, okay. Alright. So I guess it takes
I'm
a
gonna
while,
say
then.
these guys probably had like $100 worth of random coins on them. Here's the problem. They have like random amulets and rings and such, but they're also like barbarians from the perspective of the markets you guys are trying to sell to.
Yeah, that's fair.
They have weapons. These aren't very good weapons. Like, most of their weapons could really be called, like, the guys with axes had what everyone would say, like, yeah, that's like an axe people use to cut wood in the forest. That's not a weapon. He was just using it like it was one.
Ouch.
So, can we get onto the cabins and start heading out? There's a spell that I can cast to make sure we don't get tracked, and I really want to do that and then take a nap.
Sounds good. What's the FP recovery rate while we're walking?
If the trackless spell is cast, it doesn't really matter.
Fair enough.
It's a -8 to tracking against us. It does have a maintenance cost, which unfortunately I'm still going to have to pay, meaning that I'm probably getting mana back at roughly the rate I'm using it.
Yep.
Or actually, no, I'm probably going to do that for the first, 10 minutes of our travel, and then stop, wait until I get to full again, and cast it again, because it's 1 minute, it's 1 per minute. I just want to lose initial trail.
Here's a question. Are you just sort of leaving them all lying in this field and then heading out?
I should actually probably do some treatment for herbalism with them so they're not dying.
Are you guys going to pick up my swords?
That's your job.
I'm unconscious.
Yeah,
That's your
Terran's
idea.
out.
We also still have to, actually pull all the salvage stuff out of the ruins, because I don't
Yep.
think we've done
You
that.
spent a day pulling out most of the valuables last session.
Yeah, we already.
Okay, I couldn't remember if the carts had been loaded yet or not.
The carts have been pretty much loaded. It was like during the middle of the day we were only like, you could choose to spend more time here to get more salvage.
Meh.
People also ran away who could presumably alert more danger.
Yeah, I think we haven't drew enough of a presence that we should probably get out, lest we have some of our stuff stolen.
Stolen's not really what any of you would be worried about right now. Incidentally, that is also Abby's been saying, listen, they've already came after us. We should get out of here before they send an actual army.
I mean, I don't think we're exactly going to be seeing armies around here, but you do make a good point.
The barbarian cities still have like a couple thousand people they can call on to go stab someone if they need it.
That's a mob, not an army.
It's more than enough to deal with us.
Like I said, got a point.
All right. So, to the world map we go.
You know, I was expecting more questions or getting yelled at the end of that fight.
Oh, I like Anya definitely gives you a dope slap, but kind of leaves it at that.
Honestly, you can get from Abby, good job with the fire.
That's as close to in her pants as you're getting.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
not, that doesn't mean that's where he's going to stop with trying.
Yeah, I kind of lean over with a shit-eating smirk to Aiden and say, I think she just told you you're hot.
Look, I'm already fully aware of what I am, so...
I'm fully aware of the thing that I am. So
I had to. I'm not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Yeah.
So where are we presently?
In the middle of the Badlands.
We're traveling.
Yeah. You see the party wagon?
I do.
Party wagon!
Whoop whoop.
So, is there any type of conversation we're going to try making as we
Yeah.
travel for multiple days?
Because you kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like you have like 10 days of traveling as you guys go back.
Like,
'Cause now the
we
wagons
have
are
some-
encumbered.
We have some books to decode. We have weird political situations to talk about. If we decide we want to.
So
I can point out what every single one of the plants we pass can be used for, but that's kind of boring.
oh, what's this one used for? What's this one used for?
You're unconscious.
No, this is like day 2 where Terran has gotten back up again.
Yeah, day 2. Terran.
I
I
think
mean,
when
I'm-
Terran asks those questions, Terran just gets twigs thrown at him again. And
Please
told
stop
that it is
throwing
a very
non-edible
magic
objects at the man who sometimes just puts random things in his face.
plant. Like, that's why I'm not giving him actual herbs. I'm giving him random sticks and leaves and going, here, this will make you a better fighter. Anytime he asks about any of the actually useful herbs.
Just try and keep it edible. Let's not try to do anything that's too hard to digest here.
Terran tries eating a twig.
It tastes like bark.
But it'll make me a better warrior?
No.
No, but he said it would. Terran will spit it out if it won't make him a better warrior.
Look,
Yeah.
the options are I do this to keep him from eating any actually useful plant that might make him go insane.
I'd just like to point out.
Yeah, at least some point, I definitely like pull Terran aside and I'm just like, right, so given that you ate those coins last time, how exactly does the guard pay you?
That's a really good question.
I don't
You know,
actually.
this is one of the conversations involving Terran that I'm actually going to be all ears for.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
This,
about
this can only be an amusing story.
I don't actually have an answer for this one.
Terran absolutely gets room and board.
I absolutely.
Yeah.
He
I
gets
might
room
get
and board
the-
replacement gear.
I might get paid, but it doesn't go to me. It probably goes to the innkeeper.
Right, so
So I get to work as a warrior, and they put me up and they let me sleep in a comfy bed with a whole pillow to myself.
alright, so when we get back to town, we're gonna dispatch Ira and make sure you ain't getting outright right?
All right.
He is.
I'm just saying, if you're being underpaid and we fix that, that just means more food.
More food is good. Terran's gonna reach into his trail mix bag.
Eric's
Is
gonna
it
say
effective?
very softly to Anya, I'm not sure they could underpay him.
Has anyone confirmed that that bag actually has trail mix in it?
Also,
Look, I'm terrified of
Victor-
what's going to be in there.
Oh, God,
There's a few options. It is either something horrendously unedible, it's actual trail mix, or it is something incredibly valuable that we all go, wait, how much of this has he wasted at this point?
You
Okay,
stare into
I'm
the
gonna-
trail mix bag. The trail mix bag stares back.
Somebody's gotta do it. Irik's gonna go over and be like, "Hey, can I see that bag for a second?"
Wait, you want some?
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna open it up. Roll
it
3d6.
Huh?
Oh,
Roll 3d6.
oh
Am I
no!
rolling?
Trust me.
What have I done?
Oh God. It's an 8.
So yeah, you pull out a couple of berries and some nuts.
Why did I have
Didn't
to
get any
roll to
nails
pull
this time.
berries out of a bag?
Reasons.
Is this like anytime you draw, you get a random item? And sometimes it's food, and sometimes it's poison.
The deck of many things.
I'm gonna
And,
eat them and see what happens because I feel like someone needs to get to the bottom of this.
It's
There is
it's
no
like,
bottom
you know,
of the trail mix bag.
whatever the local kind of nut is that you would find growing in the nearby forest. I don't know what.
just to be
Walnuts?
sure.
Walnuts, peanuts, something like that, and some local like blueberries, that like you would find wild.
So, Victor's going to comment that quietly to Anya and as well to Eirik that if they pay Terran more, of course that by definition means more food. We saw what he did to that other pile of money.
I hate
I
that
mean,
you're
yes,
right.
obviously.
Like, I don't know that we could actually use more food as an incentive for him.
I just kind of like stick my hands out to the side and like presenting him where Terran is inevitably eating something he probably shouldn't.
So
Terran,
Like his money.
yeah, as you say that, there's probably the point where like Taryn is definitely licking a bush nearby.
He's just eating
Right,
rocks.
he doesn't-
Phrasing!
Nick, I've got a question.
Yep.
How much is a trail ration worth roughly on the market?
The type that Karen's eating or a normal one?
No, the kind that I have.
The trail rations you have.
Yeah, the kind that I have.
Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Status 1?
Yeah. I mean, I probably eat like standard military rations. This is me we're talking about.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, you probably do eat the
About $30.
of
30
Samari's
gold?
Yeah, $30.
What? Okay, gold?
gold
Yeah.
Okay.
money.
Okay, I'm
Dirty
gonna...
money.
Gil.
I keep forgetting that we don't have denominations in this game.
The denominations are I don't want to bother tracking weight of money.
Okay, so Irik's gonna turn around to Terran and put 30 gold coins in one hand and put a trail ration in the other. And go, okay, this is worth the same amount, okay?
Don't make him choose between them, he'll eat both.
Taryn is going to weigh his hands to see which one feels heavier.
It's definitely the money.
It's definitely the money. He's going to hand the trail ration back.
Okay, no, he's gonna close his hand before he can take the gold because he knows how this is going. He's gonna take half of the money away and then put the trail ration and half of the money back out and say which one is worth more.
Which one weighs more at that point, Nick? Still the money, I think.
Roll IQ.
Oh God!
I fail.
You've all
Yeah, the money still weighs more.
Yeah, goes for the 15 coins.
He closes his hands again and he's like, "Oh my God!"
You've all forgotten the real problem. He's going to put the coins in the trail mix and shake it.
Where do you think Taryn keeps all of his spare change?
I really want to
IQ
know
roll.
how
Perception roll
Tyrion
was
got a
4.
job on the guard.
You have high enough status where you can ask to find that out.
Yeah, I might actually bother to figure that out because I have high enough status and rank that I can figure out who gave Tyrion a job on the
You absolutely could if you go back to town and decide to do that.
I have enough status and rank that I could declare Tyrion my squire and then appoint him to knighthood without anyone asking a question.
Oh
until they
no!
encounter Terran.
Terran can
But this
die a
requires
happy
having
man.
Terran as a squire.
I absolutely guarantee you that someone would ask a question.
The person would be
Okay.
Eirik.
Look, but
And it
people
might be a
can't.
very pointed
But I would
question.
be able to do it without people stopping.
It's true. You have the power to do this.
Yeah, I don't have the rank to stop you. That's true.
Sobering thought
Like-
there.
Like, look, you know, if we're going to discuss, if we actually discuss politics in the area, it is perfectly fine saying the wonders of both having ridiculous amounts of power and also being assumed by an idiot by everyone is that no one questions if he does things like that, and if he like appointed someone to knighthood that politically should not be appointed to knighthood because it would make some baron upset. Most people will think he's doing it because he's an idiot.
So you're saying
he
we're
didn't
about to have a
realize the
horse
political
as a senator?
consequences. What?
So you're saying we're about to end up with a senator who's a horse? Got it.
No. I was kind of mentioning both the fact that Terran would be a horrible decision and people will assume that I just did it as because I'm an idiot. And Abby, if I did it, I could appoint, and people would not think I'm screwing over the other Baron who really doesn't want her appointed to knighthood. They would think I'm just trying to sleep with Abby.
So
But
should
if you
totally
bring
do
this
that.
up, she's just going to say, and A, that's beside the point, and B, what the hell would you even ask for that?
See, I really don't have any idea at the moment.
Because you have enough, like, sense motives to realize that she assumes you want something.
See, like, I know I should get something out of it, but I'm, like, trying to think of what I actually want out of it.
Roll your various disadvantages.
Like, I can... Okay, let me roll a variety of disadvantages.
Because if you don't know, I feel like rolling your various disadvantages is the correct call.
Well, I see 2 probable failures already.
Yep. Let
Fun.
me just keep going. Let me look down at the other ones. Okay. There's one more. One more to roll against. Yep.
Oh no.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
So, going to be honest, the one I just listed is in all honesty the one that comes to mind. And then after that, the fact that I could, and it would make a Baron squirm because of the fact that he wouldn't be able to really punish me for doing so.
Okay, sure. The problem is I know what your disadvantages are. Send me in private chat which ones you meant for that. If you say, because it make the Baron's where she should say, yes, he deserves to squirm, but.
Not going to comment on the fact that I said, in all honesty, one of the biggest reasons is the one I already listed.
I've got a moderately horrifying question to ask Terran.
But yeah,
So it's a
those were the
question you're
3 that
asking
failed.
Terran.
Those were the 3 that those were the 3 that were involved in that statement.
The last
that
one is
make
going to
sense?
be, she's going to object because, quote, you're very pretty, but I have goddamn standards.
So the horrifying question for Terran is basically, do you know anything about cooking?
King Ku?
Yeah, that's where you put the food in the fire, and then it turns all roasty and delicious and gets to simmer its own juices. Doesn't work for everything, but like meats and pies it works really well for. Doesn't work so well with dairy and nuts, though.
Does Terran know how
All
to
right.
make
So first
pie?
off, you ain't had roasted chestnuts before. Okay. What do I roll for sense bullshit? Basically.
Detect lies or body language normally. Against Terran, you can also just roll perception +2.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, +4.
4?
Yeah, that's a success.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you believe what you're saying, but also no, you don't know jack shit.
Yep. Also, Sean, check private.
Okay, I rolled a 6. I failed by 2. For cooking.
Can I roll multiple of those, and do I get a bonus to any of them?
Roll highest plus however many you have.
And now Anya is torn because, like, on the one hand, encouraging Terran to do things with fire is a horrifying thought. On the other hand, oh dear god, food safety for this poor moron.
Terran pulls out some trail mix and eats.
He does just have like a 10-pound sack of trail mix.
Alright, that's it. You're my sous chef for whenever we're making camp.
I sense Tails skits related to how to cook things now.
Yup, we're all gonna be having regrets. But intolerant the stupid means this needs to be fixed, damn it.
Intolerant to stupid. Or intolerant to stupid or the stupid.
Yes! Basically, god damn it, he's a moron. I guess I have a new grandchild.
I thought that was already established that Terran was a new grandchild because he was
Yes! I'm saying that like this is just a continuation of that. Which I love.
Though when we do need to break for camp for the night, Terran will gladly take everybody's stuff out of the wagon and set up camp. And he will do so very good and quickly. Unless he fails this roll. So about failing that roll.
Did Terran just yeet all of our stuff all over
No,
the clearing?
he passed by 0.
Yeah, he managed to set up camp properly.
Huh. Guess he does actually have a thought in his brain.
There are some things Terran is very, very good at.
I could go get us some dinner if everybody wants.
How about you go get us some ingredients, and then we'll work from there.
Or go and get yourself dinner. The rest of us will all work for ourselves today.
Okay. I know there's some good opossums around here, and he's gonna draw his strong sword and go, like, sneak around a tree and try to find some little critters.
You know,
Yeah, Anya
thinking
just got
about
the
it,
1,000-yard stare of like, oh god, he's the worst of all of them.
How much would it
Yes.
cost to have a chef travel with us? We're already taking wagons anyways.
You really gonna bring a Michelin?
Would you
It's
put it
tempting.
past him? Also, actually, I, the player, am in full support of this just to see the chef's reaction to Terran.
Like, yeah, we get to see the chef's reaction to Terran, so we get dinner and a show for the cost of one person.
I also now have a mental image of Terran just like eating the chef's entire spice collection in a single sitting.
See, I think what Terran would do is sneaks in to cook himself a meal, and he has seasoned the chef's hat and skillet, and is trying to eat both of those, having missed the stores of actual food.
A+. As you guys are traveling, one question politically does come up. Which is to Victor, actually, for he is the one who Abby gave promises of things to. When you're getting back toward town, she's saying, alright, I can give you a letter of introduction. There's really two people you probably want to talk to. There's the Baron himself, or his eldest daughter, who has actually been managing a large number of things. Who would you like the letter to?
Knowledge local. What do I know about them? Damn it, failed by 1.
Could I roll politics?
You may absolutely roll politics.
That's a pass by 8.
That's not quite a crit, but it's close. And I'm going to say this is because Aiden has been to many of the Baron's parties.
Of course I have. I've probably gone to every party.
Back in the day, was an avid hunter and an excellent warrior who led great battles, but like in his middle age has kinda turned into a hedonist.
Oh, that reminds me. There's one I forgot. Okay, for disadvantage.
He throws great parties.
Yeah, that's why I've bothered to go to more than one of them.
Yep, and from what Aiden at least knows, his eldest daughter, who is his heir, has definitely taken over a significant number of the things for actually running his hold, but he's still the Baron. He spends most of his time now hunting, throwing parties, and occasionally doing military exercises.
So it's the question of, do you want the one that is going to be potentially a little bit more boring, but actually have practical skills, or the idiot that you can take advantage of more easily by through dumb carousing?
Definitely the one with practical skills.
Okay.
Because if we go to the idiot, there's no guarantee that he's actually going to be able to.
He has the 30 that other people will have to follow through on.
Hey
But
Nick,
he
can I roll?
keeps choosing not to use them in favor of having fun.
Yeah.
And
Nick, can
like
I roll,
also,
command savoir faire to see how good he is at doing military exercises.
Okay.
also the role for the daughter would be, or rather, choosing the daughter would be a better long-term investment.
So what's the
If
letter
going for a
for?
long-term investment, yeah, I guess.
What's
Very
the
much
letter
failed
for?
that roll.
What's
How
the
much
letter
do you
for?
feel by, Ricky?
Let's see.
Because again, failure is not failure in regards to knowledge rolls and like everything else. It's a question of like, also there's modifiers, and I don't want to constantly remember to tell a bunch of you for common knowledge to roll +5.
Fail by 4.
Okay, you've drilled with him before. He's a very competent warrior. He's not a great soldier.
Did you say he's a great warrior, Eirik?
Is he a decent tactician?
He's good at small-scale things.
Okay.
Like, the reason why he's on the border is he is a very good person to lead, like, 20-man parties to go scout and deal with small groups of barbarians. Like, he's real good at that. It's just, like, he's not the man you'd want to be in charge of a major pitched military battle.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's probably for the best that that man has passed off most of his logistics.
But yeah, we would definitely appreciate an intro to the actual administrator here. I think you had a second question as well, but I've forgotten.
Repeat, Dave?
Was there a second question as well?
Oh, no, that's the question is, which of the two of them do you want an introductory letter to?
Okay, yeah, the answer is definitely the daughter.
Also, should I be insulted that you have not asked me for introductory letters for any of this?
Do you care?
Like, no, but it's just writing a letter. It would be pretty trivial. I would
But
have
it's
to come up
still
with
work.
Yeah, I would. Well, yeah, I would have to actually come up with something for exchange, I guess.
So, when you have introductory letters, what letter is it?
X.
Gotcha. That's the one that's like a cross, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no.
It marks the spot.
Anyone with body language or detect lies or psychology can see that Abby is distinctly uncomfortable now that the idea of Aiden speaking to any of these people has been revealed.
Like, are you thinking that I haven't spoken to these people?
I know for a fact that Viola doesn't go to Father's parties.
If I met Viola.
From your politics, you've definitely met her, but in fact, she does not go to the parties.
Oh yeah, so we probably have only met each other at like the more official court functions.
Exactly.
That means she probably has a way higher opinion of me than normal.
Yes.
It would be best if we maintained that.
So wait, I'm confused. Why do we need an introductory letter?
Because she's very busy, and this would help us skip some of the lines to her.
Yeah, but why do you need to talk to her? Why don't you just go up and talk to her?
Because she's busy.
Guys, I missed the session where whatever the hell it is that we needed. I missed the beginning of that.
I have no memory of this either. Don't
Okay.
worry.
Victor
It's
wants
useful to
Victor
your-
wants to do
yeah.
politics.
No, actually, I don't.
No,
Victor needs to do politics for plot reasons.
Do I?
I don't know.
You're-
Why,
your reward?
why are we going
Isn't
to
this
speak to
letter
this
your
woman?
reward? Why are we doing this
I
if
had
you
no-
don't want to?
I thought we were just getting money out of this.
No, there were two parts. One of which was an introduction to, like, people with political power in the area.
Nick, you literally never mentioned this.
That was
No,
part of the
You
original
did.
thing, Dave.
You were pretty out of it that session. And
I mean,
also, like,
yes.
even if Victor personally doesn't want this, it will be of use to the Graveyard Keepers
Oh,
Guild.
for sure. There's no question of that. I'd hand it off to somebody else at that.
That's fair. Yeah, that was definitely mentioned, but you were pretty out of it at the beginning of last session.
Oh, there it is. You mentioned it in IMs, but then you never actually followed up with those IMs before session. I don't think it came up. I guess it must have come up in game if there are some other folks more that are aware of this, but like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. This is what happens when the sessions are 2 weeks apart from each other.
It's true. Also, I forgot to nudge you,
That's
and
clear-
you forgot to send it, so it balances out.
It's
That's
true.
clearly why we should also then just have session Thursday as well this week.
That was not words, Sean.
That is clearly why we should also have session Thursday this week.
Because you're all on quarantine.
To varying degrees.
Woo!
What was that? I give up.
There was a
There was
woo.
just wooing.
It was just
There
woo.
were
no
It
words.
was it was
Okay.
excitement. I did not realize who you were asking after because I was not making coherent noise.
Fair enough. But no, with like the safety and travel spell, you in fact do not get tracked by people who are trying to track you for stealing a large number of things from their perspective. And about a decent chunk of time after you left, you all come back to town. A letter is penned for Victor or to the Earth Movers Union, if he does not want to have it himself.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pass that off to somebody else.
Sounds good.
But I was thinking of how to somehow get the rest of the party involved for shenanigans.
I mean, you have the political power to just ask for a meeting and drag everyone along, Sean.
I know, but like being able to pretend that it was someone else's fault for the fact we're doing this is way more fun.
Fair. There's a bunch of salvage. The people who have the merchant skill are probably the ones handling that and dealing with the money. I'm assuming.
Yep, I do believe that was the plan, because Anya's definitely going to be all over that.
Are there any of the books on magical theory or the like that would want to potentially keep, rather than just giving away?
So, a bunch of these would be really prestigious to have in your library. As stated, it's the equivalent of like having a few books that were originally about mathematics originally penned by Pythagoras.
Yeah, I'll keep one or two of them as a status symbol at the very least. Are any of them actually useful for study?
Yeah, that's the real question.
So,
Like, I will keep a couple of status symbols. I will definitely keep plenty as status symbols, and you know what? I might take that as my entire share.
fair. I'd say there's a few that would be useful if you wanted to go into specifically war magic. Like large-scale AoEs and big blasts and things like that, because that's the type of thing that this king was famous for. You get a better return on functionally buying a tutor for that, if you wanted.
Okay. Well, I'll keep a couple, but like, yeah, that doesn't necessarily sound like it's that interesting, because I don't think I'm going full scale war magic unless there's a version of war magic that is all of the trees stand up and punch people.
That's treant magic.
Alright, so to Christoph and Anya, how fast are you trying to sell all the things is the big question.
I am definitely willing to take extra time to get more worth out of it.
Okay. Christoph, do you agree?
Didn't realize I was still muted. Yes, I very much agree.
Okay. So I'm going to modify this for like when you guys get payouts, because you're basically selling them for like a lot more, but it's going to take some time to find buyers. Because there's a lot of books and a good amount of art. But we still have about an hour. So I think we can probably handle some of that in post-session. One thing that everyone would find when they get back into the city is, remember Franz, the guy you saved?
Yep.
Vaguely.
Has he regrown his limbs yet?
Well, somewhat. He sent a letter to just invite all of you out to, like, his house for a thank you dinner and meeting.
Well, that sounds
Okay.
nice.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Wait, he is inviting us out, or just the...
He's inviting all of you. All of you saved his life.
This poor bankrupt man.
It's fine.
He's a pretty prominent merchant. He took a hit, but...
Well, I think he means that he has to pay for Terran's food.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
In the RSVP, I will definitely mention that, like, Terran eats for, like, 8, probably.
No.
Terran eats like a horse, literally.
No.
Rather than Terran sitting at the table with the rest of us, you put out a trough and fill that
Oh,
with slop.
God.
Oh, no, don't put us through that. Don't do it. Just turn him loose in the woods behind the house. He'll find something to eat.
As he, like, comes back with half a thing of roadkill sticking out of his mouth.
I'm not actually sure it would do him any damage.
Where'd my thoroughbred stallion go?
Oh, no.
Yeah!
I'm as hungry as a horse.
Oh, God. I'm going to attempt to negotiate a curfew with Aiden to keep him from sleeping with the entire staff of the household we're going to visit.
Good luck.
So what are you bribing Aiden with so that he doesn't try doing this? Especially since you bring up the fact that this is a concern.
No, so the statement
So you
is...
gave him ideas.
So the statement is, when he goes to approach this issue, my lord, we should consider leaving at a reasonable hour.
Oh, you mean just an actual curfew of go home at a reasonable time. You realize that the home we're staying in is an inn, which I've decided that I've been pushing to just make a constant party location as much as possible. That is
That's
also
why
a hedge
I've been
maze.
getting so little sleep.
That I've also party location club / hedge maze, because you know what, you have to diversify.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if Anya overhears that Eirik has been sleeping particularly badly, she will offer up one of the guest rooms in her home to him.
Thank you. It's a very kind offer, but I'm terrified that if I am more than a 1-minute response time from his side, I won't be there when the man who owns the inn decides to kill him. Because it won't be long.
Fair enough.
You know, I feel like we have made that innkeeper a lot of money.
You've basically driven away all the regulars.
It's all
yes,
right,
but I brought in an entirely new crowd.
So
Nick,
it'll be okay. I can take your place and watch after him.
Also, I probably will have made it a cursed location now. The fact that it is an inn that is also a hedge.
Nick, what is the innkeeper's opinion of Aiden? Because I've been hanging out with the innkeeper and drinking heavily this entire time.
The innkeeper's opinion is that he's welcome so long as he continues to buy wine at the rate he's been buying wine.
Okay, so he's being very much a business person about it. That's good. That's good to know.
It's mostly the innkeeper's opinion is he's going to have to pay so much for fixing all the problems, but Aiden buys so much and doesn't question how much it costs.
That's
fair.
True.
That's good. At least I don't have to worry about barkeep assassinations.
Yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time until that opinion changes, guys.
You know what is the stupid thing I didn't realize?
The bartender yet.
You know what? You know what's the stupid thing that I didn't realize to this moment?
Nick
that
didn't
the
declare
fact
what
that I've done all this stuff to the bar has made. It's a really defensible position for me now.
It is.
Like, I have not been thinking of that as I've decided to just add on details of what I've done to this bar. Of the, yes, flowers are growing on the walls, to, you know what, I've added a hedge maze.
And you're a plant wizard. Yeah, that makes sense.
So when Taryn comes over for a visit, what happens to the maze?
Look, I tried to see if I can use the maze to keep Taryn lost.
He'll just eat his way out.
Mm-hmm.
Is that really how everybody thinks of me? I just
no. You will be allowed to come in. You won't be able to find your way to my room, but you will be able to find your way to the bar.
That is fair.
But have you tried to sleep with the bartender yet?
Oh God.
We did not declare that the bartender was male.
By the goose.
Aiden's actually bi. He has.
I was going to say,
everyone
does Aiden actually care?
Yeah, Aiden doesn't care. Like,
hence the yet.
Yeah, probably not yet, because there are probably more attractive people in the area that he's been focusing on instead.
Therefore, the bartender has not yet tried to kill Aiden.
Well,
Takes one rough night of drinking.
Well, here's the real question: does the bartender have any attractive children?
Oh
no! The correct answer is going to be you. You slept with my wife and my daughter and me
and my son.
How much of my job over the past few weeks has been getting attractive people unlost from the hedge maze?
Not all, because a bunch of them have been trying to get Eirik to join them in the hedge maze.
You know, there's a lot of attempts at getting you into one of the hedge maze parties / orgies, and you so far have just been refusing each time.
Did the Baron come over and ask about one of those parties?
So you're saying that when Iric does go to check on you, you give the invite, and Iric just Homer Simpsons his way through the hedge.
That is very accurate. I take my sword with me everywhere and cut holes through hedges on a regular basis.
Depending on exactly how much control Aiden has over the strands of vine that made up the hedge maze originally, I think there could be quite a bit of fun going on in this maze.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh
Oh my.
I'm just always glad for getting more ideas for what stupid shit Aiden has done. And just for the fact that everyone has accepted the fact that what is going on in this tavern just keeps escalating.
I mean, you've got competition now.
I know I do. I need to step up my game.
You do.
Yeah, so can I actually look into, like, whether Terran is being fairly compensated? You know, with the understanding that they might just be, like, withholding a bunch of his wages to, like, pay damages?
Yes, so in the meantime, before the dinner, you can go meet Sir Ken, who is, in fact, Terran's commanding officer.
I will do that.
I would like to also meet this person.
Okay, so at some point you go to see the guard. There is the knight in charge of the Sun Guard, as it's called. He's a fairly attractive fellow, but all of you notice that, like, he really cannot grip things. He's, like, has a pretty bad limp and actively walks with a cane despite being, like, 24.
Ooh.
Serious injury.
Yep, but very polite. Great to his Eric. Can I help you?
Yeah, we got a few questions about one of your more notorious guardsmen.
Oh dear, which one is it?
Who do you
mean, which
think?
There's 5 potentials.
All right, well, that's downright horrifying, but we're here about Terran.
Is it okay, Terra? Please tell me he didn't break anything valuable again.
Nah, not yet, unless he ate it. In which case,
My sanity.
Okay,
You're in charge of Aiden. I think you lost that bit a while ago.
That's fair.
what did he do and what do you need to know? He's very good out in the woods. I'm not sure if he did anything in the city again.
So it's actually not about anything that he did wrong at this point. The boy's an absolute moron with money. So given that, I mostly just want to make sure that he's actually, you know, being fairly compensated for what he does.
He is being more than fairly compensated, but a significant amount goes to the damages he causes. He's actually going to pull out some numbers and show the number of damages Terran has caused.
I mean, that saves me from having to ask for them. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of double check them and then go, yeah, I'm not surprised. Thanks for indulging the curiosity.
The biggest one is actually the replacement of his gear when he inevitably breaks it.
How the flying fuck does he go through it that fast?
I don't know.
He
None of us
throws
know.
2 swords every single fight.
Meh.
Minimum.
I mean, that explains the swords, but, like, the armor, the clothing, literally every damn position he's got. Except the trail mix bag. That one doesn't get replaced. That's weird.
Frankly, do you know how expensive the swords that are standard issue are?
I'm aware.
Yes, that... I think he needs a new one close to every month.
Oh, for fun. Yeah, at this point, I just turned to Ark and it's just like, is there any possible way to beat a little more sense into this boy's head?
I can try.
If he learns what food is, that will help so much.
I think he knows what food is. I think he's got to learn what food ain't.
Yeah, that's my big concern. So
this is food. This isn't food. Can you tell them apart?
They both go in my mouth, so no.
If you're trying to train him, also please explain to him about how to care for armor and the fact that he has several times come back with armor that has been utterly destroyed, basically falling off him. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know how he's still alive.
I deeply
You and
understand
us
that sentiment.
both. I think we're going to have to start with the what isn't food lesson, given that when he was given 200 coins, he outright ate them. But
All
trust
of them
me,
before I could do anything. There were 200
I
of
see
them.
that look on your face, sir. Trust me.
Yeah, there's a
Same
look on
fucking
his
one
face.
I made.
Eric's just pinching the bridge of his nose.
Sir Ken, I found some edible mushrooms under the stalls again!
No, Taryn, no, those are not edible.
I mean, they ain't killed him yet.
Not for a
explain a
lack
few
of
things,
trying,
though.
though.
Are they even mushrooms?
They are, in fact, mushrooms.
Well, there's mushrooms, and then there's mushrooms, if you take my meaning.
I mean, given what coffee beans did to him.
So, Nick, roll for me.
Oh, no.
All right, I'm gonna have to go roll on a different table for you right now.
Oh, no.
Sure.
Oh, boy.
Wonderful words to hear from the GM.
You know, I realized I could learn a spell that would let me create a weapons out of plants that lasts for a minute. But you know, just thinking about that would cut down on so much of his expenses.
Just
If I
think
could
about
actually
how
convince him to use
often
them.
you would be having to do that, and also how many of them he'd eat.
Taryn, you are currently
Fair enough.
underwater.
Am I drowning or can I breathe under the water?
You are drowning. You are currently underwater. You're standing in the room and you're drowning.
Taryn runs out the front door, falls down the steps, and just starts rolling down the street because it's pitched.
I'm going to chase after Taryn.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like staring over my shoulder at the door, going, you know, I wish I could say I was surprised, but I spent enough time around that idiot. You know, he's worse than any of my grandkids.
I would hope so.
I am unsurprised by this. I do not know what Lord Alexander was doing, sending him as the response.
I'm not quite sure how he got hired in the first place, although I suppose it's one way to ensure that there's at least oversight on the boy.
There was a request for additional aid in the guard. Taryn was the one sent.
So someone else made him your problem.
Yes.
Ooh.
Alright, that I'm kind of curious about. Who exactly decided they hated you, or perhaps someone in this town that much?
Well, I hope it wasn't Lord Alexander. I did best as I could as squire to him for many years.
Can I roll
this
politics on any of the names mentioned? Though I don't think I'm there for this conversation, but for when this gets brought back.
Nick, do I know this guy?
Yeah, you can roll Savoy Fair for this.
Pass by
Um,
a bunch on politics.
12. I passed by 1.
Fail by 1 on knowledge local, because that seems like it would be close enough based on Taryn's origin.
It's close enough. You've heard of his reputation. He's like, so we're on the map right now.
Yes.
So you see where Taryn comes from. He's the lord of like that little segment, Kargaz.
Wait, the leader of the guard is the Lord of Kargaz?
No, this is
No.
the guy who sent Taryn over here.
I thought you said Lord Alexander.
Lord Alexander is Lord of Kargaz.
Oh wait, who's the dad of Aiden? Again?
You got this mixed up on session.
That is Marquis Callahan.
I keep getting this mixed up.
Yeah.
Alexander is Taryn's lord. Callahan is Aiden's father.
There we go. Thank you.
So, from Irik's perspective for this, so
Okay.
Lord Alexander is the best swordsman this area has ever produced. He, in fact, was granted land for his skill in combat, especially near a highly dangerous area.
Solid.
But for some reason, he is upset enough with people here that he sends him.
Like, everything you know is, like, he's a very well-respected knight. The other lords have very little bad to say about him, except he spends a lot of time off on his own and doesn't really attend court.
Nothing
That
wrong
sounds
with
like
that.
a pro, not a con.
Yeah, agreed. We like this man.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Like, he spends time taking care of his fief and going out and dealing with problems that require sorting.
I'm impressed he could even get Taryn to leave. She couldn't really go forward.
As a follow-up reminder, that area is on the border of Badlands. Completely.
Yep.
Specifically, that's the area that's surrounded by Badlands. It's sort of a little peninsula of territory.
Interesting. Well, I think I've taken up enough of your time, and I'm sure, based on my luck thus far, that I'll be taking Taryn off your hands at least occasionally in the future. So, good luck to us both.
If you need his assistance with anything, I am happy to give him the order to do what you need.
Effectiveness is not a guarantee of the order, of course. We all know how this works.
He is... I will say, the boy is some sort of genius regarding tracking. I do not know how he does it.
Oh, he's got a strength. It's just, the rest of him. But at any rate, thanks again for seeing us. And Anna's gonna leave.
Thank you.
Ricky,
Yeah, that went about how I expected.
PM'd you.
Oh no.
Oh God. No.
Is this about
Trying to
how you
breathe
found
water like
him?
it is air.
Okay, so I pulled Taryn out of a nearby fountain.
Yeah, I probably walked down the street, like, just curious where he ended up, and, like, come up to pull out the fountain as this is happening.
Can I roll for leadership to try and talk him down a bit the way that I did with his last break from reality?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so it's 12. I think my leadership's a 12, so that might be a passive 0. Let me double check that.
All right.
Yep.
Taryn,
Passive 0.
Taryn, you're getting an explanation about what's really going on from Eirik.
Hold on a second. I need to roll 3d6 to spit all the water out of my lungs.
Oh no.
I'm
You're
spitting
going down the HP
for like 3 minutes straight.
Taryn is now also a fountain.
Cross class.
Taryn has evolved into Squirtle. Squirtle.
Mm-hmm.
Is this real life?
There's this
Squirtle? That's real life.
Is this real life?
Listen to me, Taryn. You have attempted to drown yourself in a fountain. What are you seeing?
You probably meet Taryn's eyes, and his pupils are dilated like crazy.
What did you eat?
You saw what he ate.
He's gonna hold up a mushroom and offer it to you.
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up, just take the mushroom and pocket it.
Yeah, he's just gonna like slowly open his mushroom's gonna go towards his mouth.
I'm going. No. Snatch the mushroom.
He's still gonna go as though there's something in his hand. And just
That's fine.
As long as he doesn't start eating his own fingers.
Taryn, you're fine. You're above water. What are you seeing right now?
Just gonna point at the like above your head and just say, "Fish is."
Okay. I'll tell you what. We're gonna just walk across the bottom of this lake here and go into that that underwater building, okay?
Okay.
Okay? Nice and easy?
Yeah. So
All
you
right.
got and Eirik, double hold Terran's hands as though he's like a 3-year-old.
Yes.
Yup.
Yes. And I'm gonna walk him back into the house very carefully. I'm gonna give the guard this like long-suffering look, like you did this to me. You.
I'm gonna give Arik this sideways look like you did this to yourself.
I already have one.
Yeah, I got 5. What's your problem?
Fishy.
One is here. The 5 aren't.
Fishy.
Shall we actually go to dinner then?
Everybody?
Sure.
Yeah. Do it.
How long am I tripping for?
Yeah, like 20 minutes.
So forever.
For an irritating amount of time from everyone's perspective. I just realized Izzy, in fact, had the ability to rotate Terran's icon, and he did that.
Yeah.
Terran is not going to be currently unconscious when you're at dinner, and all of you should probably heal yourself.
Are you sure? Are you sure he doesn't try like stealing the cat's catnip and then immediately going?
I am not, in fact, sure that Terran does not try to do this.
I don't think I do. I don't have a disadvantage that would say otherwise.
There we go. We're fine then, right?
Oh, no, wait. Gotta roll against a 6. Damn.
Terran does, in fact, try and eat the cat's cat.
The catnip. Not the cat.
Yes. We're all very thankful it's not the cat.
Failed that.
It's not the cat.
It's not the cat, no. I know what a cat is.
Oh no, I need to make a self-control roll leading up to dinner.
Yep.
I succeed, but I think I want to voluntarily fail because it'll be funny.
What do you do before dinner?
I've sort of planned to like meet up with Terran ahead of time and walk over together. I give him like a really nice sweet roll to sort of like take the edge off his appetite, and also because I'm curious, I know how sugar affects toddlers. I want to know how it affects him.
So you're doing.
Thank you, impulsiveness.
So you're doing experiments, basically.
Yes.
What kind of a tart is it? Is it apple, peach?
It's basically a super frosted cinnamon roll.
Amazing.
Like diabetes
Perfect.
on a plate.
Does Terran eat the plate?
Approve.
Probably.
There is no plate. It's on like a thing of wax paper, which you might actually.
It's probably gone.
The question is, do you have to roll anything?
I don't know. Nick, do I? Thank you, Anya.
Terran eats it, and 15 minutes later gets sick.
Yeah, what's the point if you can't spoil them occasionally?
Mm-hmm.
Might
But
say-
I imagine
done,
that by
Viking.
the time he gets sick, we've been actually at the place for a minute or two. So Anya's just like, yeah, I don't know what caused that.
My tummy hurts.
Yeah,
Of
it's called
course.
hunger. We'll fix that soon.
No, like
Of,
Oh no.
I ain't burping him.
of course, you have no idea why he is feeling sick.
I mean, I'm certainly acting innocent.
there's a
No,
roll
you
for
want
that.
to do fast talk versus tech lies.
Sure, I will fail. Yeah, no.
He could fail worse.
I failed by 1. How much did you fail by?
I failed by like 4.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, I believe it at least a little bit because like he didn't instantly start hallucinating.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
not-
but we kind of all know how it works at this point.
He's not
Yeah.
hallucinating.
Yeah.
Like, it's the reason why Terran does not get poultices.
Because I'll eat them.
Well, he'll try eating them, and then he'll have, like, the opposite effect. I'm pretty sure if I try to poison him, I will somehow give him a better, life expectancy.
Mm-hmm.
I need to roll this.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck me.
Sick!
I like how we have
Is this
rolled
one of the ones
numerous
where you have to roll-
disadvantages before dinner has even started.
Yeah, this is
That's
all
a
like we're still
six!
heading over to the place.
Is this one of the ones where it's flipped and low is bad?
In this case, because of what it is, yes.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That's almost a crit, too.
it is almost a crit.
Okay, so that means I have to roll this.
You do indeed, Izzy. You do indeed.
Oh no.
You did this to yourself.
Oh lord, it coming.
That's
Oh please.
That is massively a fail. Izzy, please describe how you get caught.
Oh no.
I'm guessing kleptomania.
Is this
What
on the
was
way
Izzy even
over
doing
or
when he
at the
got
house
caught?
itself?
This is out while you're on the way.
okay.
God damn it, that means I'm literally right there.
Yep. So as you're talking with
Oh,
Aiden,
in a fire.
you lose track of Taryn for a split second, and then when you notice, when you look around now, you just see Taryn with his hand like shoulder deep into Aiden's pouch of poultices.
Man, leave it to the professionals.
Aiden,
How did you even get that much of your arm in? Never mind, I don't actually want to know.
At the point that notice, hey, we're doing opposed will. You're rolling a will save versus a spell.
You could just say I fail.
You are being caught on illusion. You are being illusionary set on fire for a few seconds.
Well,
You
at
will
least it's
feel the
trail.
pain of being on fire. I will then end the illusion and tell you no. Don't
Don't
do
worry,
that again.
Taryn. Your trail mix is nice and roasted and tasty now.
I know, right? Going to
It's
shoot
look,
a
don't
handful of-
complain.
a handful
it's
of something into his mouth.
It's only as if you were set on fire. It's not a. I didn't actually set you on fire.
Remember Taryn's intelligence.
Aiden, this man has frequent breaks from reality. You want to make that worse?
So, Sean, here's the thing. When you illusion light him on fire, he just kind of looks around and says, and shrugs.
Oh god. That's not good.
That's not. Huh.
That's really not good.
I have the advantages and the disadvantages to back that up.
He does.
Amazing.
He actually does. That's the terrifying thing.
No, that's
Huh.
severely terrifying.
How many levels?
And
of
he's just
high
like,
pain
yeah, this
threshold
seems
do you
about
have?
right.
It's more than just that, Dan.
Oh, I'm sure it's more than just that, but that's a start.
What did you say?
I'm asking how much high pain threshold you have.
That is a good question. So, we get to dinner?
Yes, we eventually actually get to dinner.
Yeah, you do, in fact, eventually get to dinner. Give me one sec, because I decided to build a map, because why not?
Wait, if you actually did get shoulder deep in the poultice pouch, does that mean you ate some of that too?
Well, no, he caught me.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
You like to ruin the results of your experiment.
Yeah.
No, the first roll was an observation roll to see if I noticed.
Mm.
I did not want to pass that one.
So it was a roll to see if you noticed that there was poultices.
If you had stuff in a bag, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Kleptomania.
All right. So no crap. I accidentally clicked the link. Well, I have to get back to Roll20.
Yeah, Terran should leave that to the pros. Don't go filching stuff if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Look, eventually you're going to do it when I have my observation buff up, and therefore I just notice it.
True.
Taryn's just gonna say, sorry, I just wanted to know what it tasted like, as he starts chewing on something.
So
Oh god, you're putting me next to Aiden?
Oh no.
Oh no!
I just dragged everyone in for a moment.
No,
I
no,
thought
leave
this
it
was
here. This is
purposely
amazing.
putting people next to the irresponsible children next to their designated responsible adults.
It was sort of that. But no.
I also like how we have them sandwiched. So like if they start trying to book it, we've got the bookends on them.
Victor, who are these other guys?
Well, that's the thing. He says, "Oh, welcome, welcome." So Franz is not quite fully healed yet. He has one of his legs back.
Friends.
That's something.
So I was like, "Welcome, friends. I thought since you're all back in town again, it'd be a good thing to have a little celebration. Anya, Victor, thank you again."
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. This place looks posh
come,
enough
so,
because
You all know Mr. Irving. Just nods at everyone.
Do we know Mr. Irving?
The labels are running over each other.
Oh.
What's his first name?
Shad.
Thank you.
Who is?
The guy who actually got in touch with all of you for that first thing where you saved Franz.
Got it. Thank you.
And this is a good friend of mine from the Empire, Geraldo. Just bows deeply to everyone. A pleasure to meet all of you. Just came in with another caravan myself. Thought I'd sit down and talk with a good friend, and here I hear that all of you helped save his life. Well, his unlife.
Would I know this guy?
You know, he's definitely after your time is the big thing.
Can I
Okay.
get a description of what the Empire was and what it's different than the place we're living again?
Well, for one thing, coffee's legal.
Yeah, for one thing, coffee's legal. It's where coffee comes from.
Ooh, I wish we were there.
Does Christoph know him?
Coffee's legal. Religion is very different over there. Never really was defined. None of you have the knowledge skills to know what the difference is.
I don't know anyone that high up the food chain.
It's real big. Real, like, separated so different segments are quite different from each other. The nearby one's a pretty warm, semi-tropical for the nearest areas to where you guys are.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh no.
Taryn fails.
Oh no.
Taryn fails his manners.
He's still learning.
I don't think you usually need to roll manners.
Usually.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
is it-
there's a difference between not knowing and like making an outright gaffe.
And
You
Yeah,
didn't watch, Izzy.
also, there is nothing normal about Terran.
No, but he just says, "Oh yes, very fun little boy in armor. You said I have a fish. Yes."
I'm going to look at Anya.
Let it slide.
Yes, it's either I have a fish or I appear to be fish. Your language is a little hard still.
The Sand
A
Potters,
pleasure.
that's an accurate description of his life earlier today.
But
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Aiden Callahan. I'm going to be respectful because I kind of want to see what other people's reactions are if I go through an entire dinner meeting just being polite and polite.
Eirik will be so proud.
It's not hard to read, but Irik's already super suspicious of this.
Victor looks a little uncomfortable at the comparative level of poshness.
Can just switch it on and off as needed.
Goes right over Taryn's head. He actually looks over at point during dinner and say, "You gonna eat that?"
My cufflinks? No, I'm not going to eat. I'm not eating this.
I meant in the middle of dinner. He would say that to Aiden.
Are you aiming at the food or the or are you aiming at my cufflinks?
Yes.
Cutlery.
Yes.
I will signal for a servant to give you more food. Or if we're not being served, I will actually cut you off a portion.
No, there's servants milling about. It's, less prestigious than Aiden would have at his normal things, but way higher than everyone else is used to. Except for Anya, who's could have did this back in the day, but effort now.
Yeah, this was just the business dinners.
And to an extent, this is a business dinner. There are four important merchants present and a large number of friends and politically important people.
You used to eat like this all the time, Taryn says, turning to Anya, as he fits an entire thigh bone into his mouth.
Eh, not all the time. That's horrifying. As long as he doesn't try. Although, honestly, as long as he doesn't try to, stuff an entire chicken into his pouch, whatever. As long as he doesn't. God damn it, he's going to choke if I say anything.
He is going to choke if you say anything.
You're going to choke if you don't say anything, too.
Yep.
But Ninderfuss is no. Thank you again, friends. I truly do not know what I would have done if you hadn't come out to try and see what happened to all of us. Did you ever find out what it was that actually came after us?
It was a great invisible dragon beast.
That absolutely startles all the people at the table who don't know what Terran is about.
No, it ain't.
Dragon's not quite right. It did have some sort of camouflage ability, though.
It had fangs and claws and was really sneaky, and you couldn't see it.
I'm going to just describe what the disguise was and what the creature actually looked like.
Question: Did we establish that the thing that we fought was the same thing that chased them off the cliff?
Don't know, but can give the root name of what the creature. I can actually list the forest creature that was actually the cause of that creature.
Well, Franz, that doesn't quite sound right. I mean, sounds pretty terrifying if I may be honest, but not like something that could take my legs in one swipe.
I mean, we definitely found signs that you were deliberately driven off the cliff, but in terms of what might have done it, don't recall actually seeing much, unfortunately.
Sliver, Shad, Geraldo, have you heard anything about this? I heard you saying, well, other groups coming in are still having some problems.
I'm telling you, invisible dragons.
No.
Dragons, the hidden world.
Don't
Just-
quite know what to make.
I literally just grab another turkey leg and shove it in Taryn's mouth.
We found a
Buys you a
lot
few
of things,
seconds.
Taryn, but none of them were a dragon, I promise you.
Yeah, from Geraldo says, well, a few friends, they did say something. Serpent it was, I think.
Dragons are types of serpents.
No, they're not.
Taryn.
How did you eat? How the hell did you eat that fast?
I'm hungry.
Don't worry, friend. He's a growing boy.
That I am.
How old is Terran?
Taryn appears to be in his early teens.
Okay.
Like 15, 16, okay, mid-teens.
Age of majority in this time. But no, they said something about a serpent. That much I remember. I didn't come through. Came through the kingdom. I have a wonderful delicacy that I brought everyone for desserts. Hope it sells well.
Mmm.
A new.
Will be lovely to try it.
Something new our chefs have come up with. But yes.
Taryn's mouth starts watering. This is concerning for the people sitting adjacent to him.
Yeah, I was gonna say Anya scoots the chair a little further away.
Mhm.
Eirik looks at Aiden suspiciously because somehow he's made it through dinner without dropping a single innuendo. And it's very terrifying.
Yeah, like I'm purposely doing this to see how you respond. because
Something's
it's amusing.
amiss. Something is deeply amiss.
You were trying to bribe me to. You were wanting me to behave earlier, and now you're upset that I am.
I'm not upset. I'm not upset.
Gotta say, serpent is an interesting serpent. You say? Wonder if it had anything to do with the.
Dragon.
All right, you just shut up and eat your food.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm surprised that worked.
I mean, it was a suggestion that he actually liked. So, no, I was going to say, wonder if that's got any relation to the last trip we took. Given, not saying it's the same thing, but there were all those snake statues down there that we had to give a bit of a beating.
That's possible.
Not saying it's likely, but might be worth looking at if we're trying to figure all this out.
Where did you say exactly you encountered the serpent again?
Oh, no. I encountered nothing. I went through a safe place. Some friends, they say there's something serpent on the roads. Boys, men of road came at them.
Oh, you mean the barbarians?
Bandits. Lovely.
Yes, they are a bit of a problem in this area.
Yes, he uses a word that Anya at least recognizes to mean the savages.
Yep. Yeah, so Anya just nods.
Always a problem. This is different though.
Sounds like it.
More bad. Harder to get through. All the routes, they don't work. He just nudges Chad, who has been pretty quiet. It's like, a lot of people going through have been saying that barbarians are getting more restless, more active.
Interesting.
It's certainly been more of a snit the last few times we saw them.
We encountered them twice on this last journey.
Yep.
They have anything to say? Because
Mostly just wanted our
gotten
stuff.
spooked by something.
Nah, they mostly just wanted to take our stuff.
What else is new?
They were pretty damn spooked on the trip where we pulled Franz out of the hole, though. Didn't want to even go near the woods where the caravan got smushed.
Because it was infested with dragons. Terrence gonna say, whispering, mouthful of food. Dragons.
Let's see. Oh, Friends. That's a problem considering how many groups have to take that route. Oh, just one moment. Let's get some dessert out. Comes out some nice baked treats. Everyone can have them.
I rolled a 12.
Oh no.
What did you roll?
Oh
what did you
no,
roll
Taryn
against?
Taryn is getting violently ill again. Anya and Ira can recognize some of the flavors in this.
Is this like tiramisu or something?
Pretty much.
Coffee.
Well, if anyone says is like, Joel's like, no, not coffee. That is illegal here. This is this tiramisu. Very different.
Of course,
There.
you would
Oh.
certainly not serve us anything that has an illegal ingredient.
My
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, Anya just kind of says, "Of course it ain't got coffee." Winks at Geraldo and like takes another portion.
Oh no, I have a disadvantage for this. Do. Haha! I can have the tiramisu. Today I can have it.
You have a bite, realize what it is, and then have to think about it for a second.
Yeah, I get this like skeptical look on my face. And then I manage to convince myself today that it's all right.
Taryn is going to politely excuse himself
I can have a little coffee as a treat.
and then jump out the window as he starts vomiting.
Please
God.
tell me you
Seriously,
opened
it's-
the
it's
window
so white.
first.
Did you open the window, or did you literally just jump out the
I
window?
politely defenestrated myself. Yes,
Well, as long as you were polite about it.
Sure to say
What a
goodbye.
gentleman.
Nick, actually, I should have asked this first. What floor are we on?
Second.
We're on the second floor?
Yes.
Oh, overconfident. Yep, I jump.
Taryn's gonna take some damage as he goes down. Doesn't really matter.
It doesn't.
Yeah, Anya's just not even gonna blink at this. Go back to talking about the dessert.
But I was like, yes, I think it'd be quite popular. Only problem is the routes to get it here are tricky.
Well, that just means a few more people gotta go out and clear it regularly. And Anya like cracks her knuckles as she says that.
Well, yes, there is the serpent problem. A second problem, though, the bridges.
Bridges.
Bridges and fords. No good. Many of them broken.
Well, that ain't fucking good. What the hell caused that?
Serpent. I think a ghost.
A ghost snake?
A ghost, specter, whatever they call it.
But you said it's a serpent too, so it's a ghost snake.
They call it serpent.
Who does?
The extra.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look at Anya and raise an eyebrow.
I mean, it basically sounds like the savages are the ones who call it the serpent.
Okay.
But it's too scared. They leave them alone, things fall over. Unless any of you, Franz says, Victor, you work with building rock.
Yes, I work with the. We keep changing the name as players, but I think we're the Earth Movers Guild these days.
Yeah, I think Earth Movers is the one we actually settled on.
Yeah.
Is that something you fix?
Some things I am qualified to fix. Others are beyond me or beyond any single person.
Point is, yes, you can hire him for this type of thing.
Yes, well, I was thinking would be good to get a route through. A good friend says all of you are skilled people, great knowledge.
Anya kind of gives a sideways look at Aiden.
Well, yeah, Taryn left.
Yeah, exactly. We're
Sorry,
not
got
even
distracted.
acknowledging the open window.
Sorry, got distracted by
hor-
something. What was the other conversation? What was just
Oh.
mentioned?
It was a drac. That's all we need to acknowledge.
There's a
Okay.
draft and vague, horrifying background noise.
Ah!
Franz would have sent one of the servants to go like see if they can help Terran.
That poor servant.
Give him some lavender tea.
Oh no.
Oh no! Does Izzy have to roll again?
Yes. Actually, this one just works. This one's fine. Lavender is okay.
Lavender is okay. Make a note
This time.
this time.
I'm very curious how this works. I haven't figured out.
There's
what
a
it is.
disadvantage called unusual biochemistry. Anytime you would take something that would be drug, medical, etc., have any like chemical effect on you, you roll and you get a random result. Some of the results are it works as intended. Some of the results are it has the opposite effect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if he has coffee one time and it makes him sick, does coffee make him sick the next time, or is it
Yes.
still random?
He ate the tiramisu and got sick.
This is the same result, yeah.
Okay, you're keeping same result. Okay, I
Okay.
think like it doesn't need to be same result, but like it could be random each time. But knowing that it's same result, it does make things easier for the future.
Yep.
But
Actually, Nick, just pin that.
yeah, I'll just pin that. We'll keep a list as it grows.
I can pin it. Yep.
You can pin it. I gave you.
Oh,
the
did you
power.
put it in the chat with Izzy, or is
Yes.
this
Yes, like you put it in the chat with Izzy. The rest of you have to remember this.
Yeah. I know
Yeah, I
what
don't
affects
care.
me.
I don't care enough about that.
Yeah, Izzy
I, the
knows
player-
but, Terran probably doesn't.
Terran doesn't. I, the player, kind of do.
The specifics of Terran's food allergies are not that much of interest to Victor,
Mm-hmm.
apart from the
Yeah.
occasionally hilarious effects that come from them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I was just gonna say, so Victor, I talk to you, talk to someone else to make deal for this. I think it'd be good we get mages on both sides of the border working.
Then, yeah, you can probably talk to me. We can, discuss, perhaps, during business hours.
Of course, of course. But now it's a celebration of our friend's good fortune and all of your help.
We'll raise a glass up for toasting.
To
Mm-hmm.
good fortune.
I will drink to that.
Mm-hmm.
Good fortune.
To good fortune, and Chad just looks over at Kristoff. To good fortune and more business.
That's what I was expecting.
Let's see. What's my ranged attack?
Oh no! Why?
There is booze. There must be Terran.
Oh god damn it! Are you puking on the servant?
Of course not.
The lavender was delightful after all.
The lavender was delightful.
Then why are you making a ranged attack?
Are you failing at your babysitting job, Anya?
Anya decided, fuck this, I got coffee.
Oh, I really
my
can't.
addiction is going strong here.
As Aiden raises his glass, the glass shatters as a 3 comes flying through the window.
As a what comes flying through the
A
window?
grappling hook comes flying through the window and then gets pulled back to the window ledge. And then you just, like, hear some grunting from outside as Terran scales the side of the building.
Comes
Amazing.
in, still painted with the results of his mishap with the coffee.
You know, I'm just not going to say anything. Clean my hands and ask for a servant to fetch me a new glass.
They already have a new one ready.
Nick, does tiramisu count for my disadvantages?
Not quite. You'd have to eat a lot of it.
Damn it.
How much do you want to eat?
I bet. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Oh?
I think someone has a coffee.
Let me check something.
Which we know if you feed someone only coffee, it will kill them.
I forgot which way this goes, Nick.
The
Rolling-
answer is low is bad.
Oops. All
It
right.
happens.
Okay, I'm predisposed. Calm down.
I think it happens at around when a grappling hook breaks Aiden's glass.
That's fair. I don't actually care how the mechanic works. It happens.
What's
Irix-
this?
Irix suddenly just starts getting quiet in the middle of finishing his tiramisu, and he's like really pinching the bridge of his nose and kind of grimacing.
Oh no.
And like if anybody talks to him, he kind of responds. But he's mostly just managing not to kill anyone at the moment. He's not having a good time.
Okay. Anya kind of waves one of the servants over and like quietly asks them to give Irix some tea that is soothing and maybe a bit of a painkiller.
Yeah, he gets some tea and some things that help numb pain.
Also, tea that might actually be coffee.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Yeah. Franz, it's definitely tea, 100%. Special.
Aw,
It's a very strong tea.
it's a particular blend. Anya herself favors it quite heavily.
Indeed.
As soon as Irix smells the heavy air quotes tea, he visibly relaxes and starts drinking it.
Is this the new Kofefe strain?
Oh god!
You know, I'm slightly tempted to just illusion the coffee to look like tea if it wasn't for the fact that everyone at this table is going with the acceptance of this is clearly strong tea.
The Confetti virus?
Thank you for enabling my little lawbreaker.
This is clearly just strong tea and not your kingdom being ridiculous.
I mean, like, if anyone is willing and happy to enable coffee addictions, it's Anya.
Starting with her own.
Duh.
And Christoph will always enable coffee addictions for the right price.
I'm so glad I ended up with this particular band of miscreants because the only person I have to fight over coffee is myself.
Yup.
Yeah, like, were you expecting Aiden to care?
No, but I'm kind of expecting Aiden to hold it against me at some point.
So
Well,
Terrence,
yes, look, I know everyone in I now know everyone in town that is related to the legal coffee trade. Like, yes, I am keeping this in my back pocket as blackmail.
I expect as much.
I've never smelled a drink like that before. Not tea. That's not lavender tea, is it? What flavor of tea is it?
Confefe.
That should be canon now.
Irik's gonna lean forward and say, "Kid, it's too strong for you. When you're older, you can try it."
I'm strong. I'm
Yeah,
a warrior.
Hey,
All right. Just for friends. All right, listen. Just get the boy some wine. He'll be fine.
Okay.
There
No,
we go.
don't get the boy some water. Maybe some milk.
I like how you picked up his accent a little bit at the end when you said water.
Wasn't intentional, but
All right there, Benoit Blanc.
shut
The
up.
family relationship is growing.
But I feel like this is probably a good enough portion to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, agree.
And we can handle all the selling of the stuff between sessions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Selling what stuff?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we'll just buy you food without telling you where it came from.
Oh my gosh, grains from heaven.
Yep, we'll have Kristoff sneak bags of grain onto your person, and this will be us paying you, and we'll all just accept, this is for the best.
Yep.
Bad question. Does Terran actually get his hands on some wine during the course of the dinner?
Is anyone protecting him from wine?
Yes.
Then he's safe.
Unless he managed to get some while he dove out the window. Yes.
No, they brought him tea then.
They brought
Good.
me tea.
All right.
I love how no one specified that they were taking my arm weapon. before we came here?
I mean, I kind of assumed that, like, you'd find a way to get them back somehow, some way.
I was underwater this afternoon, remember?
And yet you still ain't clean.
Some things are beyond what we mere mortals can do.
It's true. So for next session, we kind of have a bit of downtime where you guys can take the prep that you want for going out, finding a way to fix these bridges, and maybe investigating what the hell's up with this serpent.
Does anyone want to try bribing Aiden to actually use his downtime productively?
I don't care enough.
I'm certain I don't have enough money to bribe you, nor would I want to spend it on that.
Oh, it's not money that you bribe him with.
Absolutely not.
Fair enough.
I mean, Taryn might go and try to find the dragon. Go when he tells them that there's a dragon in the woods that he was told about. I don't know if that flies.
Not quite. Well, I mean,
So let's
Taryn
see.
I mean, dragons
spend
tend to.
downtime investigating.
Huh?
Also, I guess this is interesting enough that will go along with this quest. Like, technically, it's outside of the territory I'm supposed to be active in. I don't have to do anything.
And your territory is go help out the people of this region, really.
Yeah, this is just helping out the drug trade of this region.
And
They're
Yeah,
people.
loophole.
Can we also comment on why the heck there's just a dagger on the table right next to Dan? Like, did anybody else notice that?
I didn't, but why wouldn't there be?
It's your dinner dagger.
Yeah, you gotta have dinner dagger.
Do you bring that up in character?
Yes.
I don't think the dagger's there in character, is it?
If you mention a dinner dagger in character, you're gonna go outside and come back with.
No. Only the host has a dinner dagger.
Yes, you don't. It's impolite to bring your own.
Yes.
Taryn throws his sword out the window.
Is it a different window?
checks out.
I'm sorry, Taryn politely throws his sword out the window.
Which that implies he does it on purpose because he took the time to open it.
All right, so the real question is, so here's where money is. What it is from sales, assuming everything's distributed evenly, each of you is going to make 400 a week while for the next 5 weeks while things are being sold.
Oh shit!
Are we
You got
spending
a
5
good
weeks of prep
haul,
time?
You decided to spend a lot of time on selling it.
So that's 400 a week for the next 5 weeks.
Yep.
Are we actually taking 5 weeks of downtime?
Well, here's the thing. This is mostly like Anya and Christoph going, hey, people we know who actually handle selling these things.
Well, Nick, the question I'm trying to ask is, how much of that 2,000 should we mark on our sheets now?
And that's the question is, how much downtime do you guys want to take before next session when you're
How
going
much
out
downtime have we already taken thus far?
We took a week.
You took
Yeah.
a week.
And how many hours does a week give us of training?
I think we
40?
Yeah.
And it's 200 before we actually can learn a skill?
Correct. Well, you get a free point at 200.
Meaning that a full week doesn't... So a full month does not actually give you enough to get a point.
A full month gives you exactly enough to get a point.
Wait, I thought you said that it took 200, and if that's
It's
4 times
4 weeks per month for this.
Okay, so
Or, sorry,
isn't
50,
that-
was it 40 or 50? I'm
I
going
think
to
it's 50.
Sorry, a week is 50 hours. Sorry, not 40.
Okay.
My bad. Oops. So yeah, a week is 50 hours, so a month is enough for 1 point.
I'd be willing to do 3 more weeks just so that we get another...
I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
we probably. I'm guessing that Christoph and I don't really get to use this time because we're busy selling stuff.
I mean, we're not selling directly. We're mostly reaching out to contacts. Still got training time.
Yeah, I'd say you have the advantages that you still get training time.
Fair enough.
Or spend it on doing other stuff.
Yeah, I would say we should not go for the full 5 weeks before heading out to do this.
I'm
So
fine with
let's
taking
do
those
3. That will mean it so that we have gotten enough for training. And we will have gotten 1,200 back. And still have some more after.
Sounds good.
All right,
We'll have
so
the 800 waiting for us when we get back home.
all right, so 3 weeks worth of training time.
Yep.
3 weeks worth of this spending, this bucket.
All right, and I'm just going to assume that I will say next session, each of you pay for cost of living again. Then, but you're getting a lot of money in the meantime and coming in.
Ha! Cost of living.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
know.
just-
Who does that?
I don't know. Mine's covered.
But yep, so you're getting 3 more weeks worth of training time to do whatever it is you want to do.
Is there any chance I could attempt to beat Sense into Terran about like proper weapons maintenance?
Izzy, is Taryn going to train the soldier skill in this time with Eirik?
Taryn will attempt to learn it, but really Eirik just notices Taryn is good at picking things up and putting them down.
Does that mean you're training strength?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, Taryn gives it his finest, but like, whenever you show him like proper weapon maintenance, just like piling weapons onto one another and just starts like squatting them.
It's like putting socks on chickens. It's worse than putting socks on chickens.
I'm just gonna say, Anya has another 2,000 money from me.
Yep, I now have over 3,000 worth of Terran. You know what? I've probably been buying you like $50 of food a week.
That's from his cost of living.
Yeah. Like, shockingly, actually, she might have to roll a knowledge roll to see actually how I actually survive.
Actually, yeah, no. Anya would now know exactly how much money Taryn spends per month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taryn, what status are you living at?
I am living at...
-1.
Yes.
-1.
So,
so
does that mean that I deduct Terran's cost of living from Terran's money?
Yes.
I can just do that. What is the cost of living for that?
300.
Okay.
I'm now holding almost 3,000 of Terran's money.
Actually, exactly 3,000 according to this.
I've got you down 20 for something or other at some point.
You were holding 1,300 last I had on here. And then we just got 2,000, no?
Math.
I mean, it doesn't actually matter. You'll also notice one other thing about me. So it seems like someone is paying for some of my bills. Like when you go to pay them after that first month, they're like, "Oh no, it's already been taken care of."
Are we going to find out that Jared is like a master that is being taken care of and has just been kicked out to the side here? Because
I was
he'll be
just
too
thinking
stupid
about
to
that.
Actually, like, he's too dumb to actually try to take the throne, but you want him to be taken care of at the very least.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just spend a bit of extra of Terran's money. Sorry, not sorry, but like I'm buying you food with it.
That's fine.
Eat slightly nicer. I figure you won't complain.
I'm not. No, I'll be perfectly honest. I went into this game and I'm just like, money. What money?
Meanwhile, I'm over here being Mr. Krabs.
Yep. So yeah. So for session, everyone gets 2 character points, and then whatever training time you spend.
Nice.
We don't actually get enough to make a point, though.
Between all 4 weeks that you have had of downtime, you get enough to get a point.
Oh, okay.
Modified by talent, because talent gives you accelerated rates.
So I'm at 3/4 of a point because I spent that first week working.
Like I said, it's unless your talent gives you a better rate.
Right, but I'm not planning on using this point in any of the talent ones. So
Yep. So it's whatever you want to train then. In the meantime.
cool.
Oh,
having
this is a
talent gives
dangerous
you an
number.
extra rate.
Where's my skills?
The other question is if anyone wants to spend their money on gear or similar.
Did that already.
Now you have 2,000 more.
Oh, I'm buffing that skill right now.
Oh. Wow. Nick, my staff is -2 range penalties for magic, not 1.
I was quoting -2 at you. I'm not sure if you were rolling at -2.
I was doing whatever you said.
Yeah, I was quoting
I-
-2 at you when I gave you numbers.
Okay, because I had thought it was -1.
Nope, is -2. He is a good staff.
Yes, it is.
Nick, I did a dumb.
What dumb you do?
I did this.
Oh. All right, yes. Copy the things I sent you. We can pin both of them. Ah, that. Yeah, you can do that.
I know I can do that.
But, yeah, if anyone else wants to either buy things or stuff, like, as an example for, like, if someone wants to buy a healing potion.
How much do those cost?
That's a good idea.
Better question. How much do those heal?
$250 for 1D worth of injury.
As a reminder, those are things that Aiden could theoretically create if he wasn't lazy.
At what price?
And also,
What
if
is
he
the
wasn't
price of
lazy,
me doing this, out of curiosity? If I was
$50.
and how much time?
Would it be roll per week to see how much I get?
It'd be a roll to see how many he gets. I mean, he's guaranteed to get at least one per week, but it's a roll to see how many he actually makes.
Yeah, this is the thing of Aiden is lazy. Unless someone bribes him to actually prep for the adventure, and therefore actually make supplies, he's not going to.
And money is, of course, not an effective bribe.
Like, no, money is not an effective
Yeah.
bribe. It just, you have to be more creative with coming up with a bribe.
Hey,
Bribe
Aiden, can you make us some supplies? I hear you
fun.
can make some supplies. Please make us some supplies. I was told we need to get some supplies for the next trip. Come on, Aiden. I'll stay here and I'll even help you until you finish. No matter how
See-
long it takes.
Just hand him poultices until one of them knocks him out.
Yeah, see, that's the thing of, I would just hand you random drugs until you fall unconscious, or get you lost in the hedge maze. Like, that is not... Annoying Aiden is not a solution.
Mhm.
Taryn doesn't mean to be annoying. He just is.
But yeah, like, I'm at the moment probably going to spend it on training time the 3 weeks. We have... If someone wants to try and give me a good reason why to actually make healing potions instead, I will make healing potions instead, if they're successful.
I will have to think about that.
Yeah, I will not have spent the point yet, and I will not have made the healing potions yet. I will let people spend time thinking on what they want to do, that.
Yep. And the other question is, given the quarantines and such, a few people did bring up the idea of also just run game on Thursday. Was not sure what people thought about that.
I need to look at calendar, figure out if that's even feasible.
I would probably want to just do the one session a week. Like, I still have normal work schedule for the time being.
Okay.
When would we be meeting next week, or would we be meeting in 2 weeks?
It would be in 2 weeks, so normal schedule otherwise.
Would it be possible to meet next week instead of in 2 weeks, or no?
I have a thing on Thursday next week.
What about Monday?
I have difficulty most Mondays now.
Yeah, like
Is
this
there
one,
a day of week outside of Thursday that works or no?
no, unfortunately. Like
No.
Darn.
we went with Thursday because that was the day that worked for everybody.
Gotcha.
Like, I can make Wednesday work, and yeah, like, suffice it to say, I've started doing a major project with people in China. My evenings are not easy.
Gotcha.
Yep. I think the question of is, can we also do this Thursday? If the answer is no, the answer is no.
It is probably possible. I cannot guarantee I will be with it.
Ah.
It's gonna be day 4 of a long week.
We can
Gotcha.
just go for 2 weeks then.
I mean, I am willing to wait till day of because I'm a chaos monkey to determine whether or not that happens.
Fair.
Do other people have thoughts?
I mean, I would prefer not to, but if it ends up being that we do run, I can try to make myself available.
I'll do whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna say current plan is April 2nd. We will see on the 19th if people are willing to run.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Tywin.
And like we can run light if need be. I am willing to do that if like 4 or 5 of you want to, and everyone out there will still get all the XP and similar. I would like to not do that, but
We would probably have to then do a different side quest than the one that was just discussed, because I'm pretty sure we need a very specific person for the one that was just discussed.
or we focus on the part that's the investigation rather than the part that's building infrastructure. Then if Dave is too tired.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
or there are simple solutions to that. Or you get other mages from the Earth Movers Guild.
Yeah, like Victor has called on his contacts and like is watching everyone's back. So, like while you're out journeying, I'm very willing to say whatever PCs aren't present are watching everyone's backs if you get into a fight or something like that, and like lowering the number of people that you're fighting accordingly.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm ever not here, Irik's just making sure that nothing kills Aiden, and barring anything trying to kill Aiden, he'll protect the rest of the party. I have the disadvantages for it.
Yeah.
Also potentially making sure Aiden doesn't do anything.
You just
on
let
his own.
Tara jump out a window.
Yeah, he'd
Second
live.
floor.
Look.
Okay, yeah, but I pulled him out of a fountain, so I feel like it evens out.
Good deed for the day accomplished.
Yeah.
Look. The
Also, I
most
didn't take any advantages for Terran, so unless you want to give me disadvantage points, man.
I don't think you want disadvantage points from me.
Hey, if I
Yeah,
could
I
buy
need to-
combat
I need to
reflexes, it might be worth it.
I don't think it is.
Looking at things, I did have to double check on whether or not I would have to get jealous of you paying attention to Terran so much. I sadly don't have to.
That would
Well,
have been.
here's a
so
question.
funny.
Do I need to take a minor disadvantage for adopted grandchild?
That
Oh.
sounds fair.
It is mostly this. Do you want mechanically enforced actions to actually help him? If yes, a disadvantage is appropriate. If no, then whatever.
At the moment, no. We'll see.
Yeah. Like,
Well,
that's the
like,
big thing.
like the question is, Lord, do you want to be able to cut bait and run at some point?
Yeah. Because
Like,
that's the big thing. You can act however you want to. Disadvantages come in when there is mechanical enforcement of specific types of actions or penalties.
like, you know,
Yeah.
my 4 disadvantage rolls whenever I try to do. Those are fun.
Mm-hmm.
I love every idiot at this table.
In
I'm
or out
so
of
sad
character?
that Izzy
Yes.
that Izzy managed to beat me on disadvantage points.
Does it surprise you?
I mean, it's
No.
an Izzy character. Izzy characters are always like this.
Not always.
frequent.
Yeah,
Easy characters are always remarkable. Let's just
I
put it
thought
that
with
way.
150 disadvantage points, I might have actually beat Izzy.
To be fair, if we were just going straight from disadvantage points, you did. Then we had to factor in me taking my int.
To as low as the GM would allow it, because you need int 6 to be considered sapient in this system.
Yep.
Yep.
And
And I am sapient.
Like, int 5 is stated to be the int that you no longer have a concept.
you are more than sapient, Izzy, because I didn't allow you to buy yourself down further than that.
I know. There was another stat I tanked, which I think at least one of you has figured out at this point.
Probably will.
How low can you go?
You've made decisions, Izzy. You're going to live with them.
I have a
All of
couple
us
of abilities.
will.
I have an ability that's an opposed will check. Dear God, that just destroys you.
Yes, it does.
Like, is he roll will -3 plus magic resistance?
I don't have magic resistance. How much did you pass by?
So let's see. I failed by 1 because I rolled a 15.
Cool.
How much did you fail by?
What was the penalty?
-3.
-3? I failed by 10.
Jesus.
That is, I failed this roll, and that is still a difference of 9 in my favor. What the hell?
Notice I also rolled higher.
I don't think you want to know what Terran would hit when I rolled the result of that.
I do.
No one else actually knows what the ability does yet, except for vaguely Dan.
Fair.
Nick, don't forget, I have a series of disadvantages with this. I think.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean, if you ever want to try pulling that on me, it is not going to go the way you hope in any way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't care to use it.
I know you don't.
It's gonna end with your dragon chopped off.
That's exactly why I don't want to use it on him.
I'm a warrior. I'll have to destroy any snake-like serpents I see.
Also, I deserve even more respect for being the polite child during this dinner, especially considering how easy with the discussions of serpents and rocks it would have been to go off rails.
I mean, are you really the polite child when you didn't manage to politely defenestrate yourself?
I politely defenestrated myself and my sword.
And then you shattered my glass, and look, I didn't set him on fire at the dinner.
You set me on fire before we got to the dinner. It
Yes.
didn't do anything.
Like a polite gentleman.
Actually, no, wait, this is Taryn being set on fire.
Wait, so he finally did something that is ungentlemanly.
Who?
Did he set somebody on imaginary fire?
That was
Did I fuck that
Before
up?
we got to the dinner table.
Okay.
It was before we even got to the house.
Okay, so you have not
Otherwise,
broken the creepy levels of correctness that you are currently doing.
No, I haven't. I did not.
That's still terrifying. I'm still disturbed.
So, in all honesty, unless there's something that in all honesty, actually, with his disadvantages, Aiden can go through polite society dinner perfectly reasonably in almost all cases. He chooses not to.
Yeah, I just don't believe that he wants to.
No, he doesn't usually.
Okay.
He decided it would be amusing this time because you were trying and doing such a bad job at bribing that he decided he was going to do it for amusement.
Okay, this is the thing that happened when Aiden set Taryn on fire.
Oh dear, do I want to go
Where
see
did
what
you
this
post
is?
it? Also, it was only imaginary fire. It wasn't real
In
fire.
roll 20.
Alright, waiting for roll 20.
You're burning alive. This doesn't scare me.
Mhm.
Yes. It's actually kind of a relief.
Oh,
Just keep those
boy.
Roombas
What
away from
are
me.
you even?
They're like little electronic elevators. I mean nobody. Certainly not the butler who raised me.
That was something. All right. Well, I think with that, I'm going to end the recording.